How long would people listen to it?
Well, I don't know, man. Judging by the ratings lately, we probably go from 2 to 1. We that's probably what it would be. We probably just, and we'd be like, why? I don't know.
2?
Number 2. Yeah, you were gone. We didn't mention that. Yeah, we are for the whole, not just like for a week or a month, for the whole quarter.
Did you let Dirt and Sprague know?
I'll say this. Shout out to our guy, JB, but I hope they're watching right now for those. We should be at this point moving way up in the mid-market.
Don't they base that partly on ratings?
Ratings, I would say, has got to be. I mean, I would ask this: how many other shows on the Barrett Sports Media mid-market sports morning category? That's easy to say. Yeah. How many others were number 2 or better?
Yeah, show your work.
Number 2 or better. Yeah, show your work. And I would say not many, if any.
Yeah.
Now, I think I remember reading the categories before, like the other one was like they get a group of like people in the industry to like listen and then have opinions. And then I think one of them was like buzz. What's the buzz? What's the buzz on the show? I think we have a lot of buzz.
Buzz Burbank?
Yes. Oh, Buzz Burbank. I wonder if he's still with us. I hope he is.
I think so.
Good morning. I am in a wonderful mood today.
Well, that's good.
And it's your fault.
My fault.
I don't want to say this and have it come off the wrong way because as you know, on and off the air, this is true. I very much encourage you to take as much time off as you can. I do. That's the truth because you don't get a lot of time off from both jobs. So I was really, really happy that you not only took time off last week, but also I know that what you went and did is like your favorite thing, right? So
the game of golf.
So I was very happy that you did that. That being said, it's just so much better when you're here. So I'm saying that as a compliment, but also I don't want that to be a deterrent for future. Not that it would be. I just don't want that in your head where it's like, oh, I don't want to make too big of a deal of the fact that when you're gone, it's just like, oh.
Describe it.
Waking up when you're gone, I don't do the show, my end of the show all in the morning, which is what I usually do. I try to do the whole thing the night before because I know that I will stress out. If I wake up in the morning and I'm coffeeing and going back through all the notes I make during the course of the day or the weekend, which I do, but if I look at the Google Doc we share with our show format, by the way, shout out to my mother. My parents came over for brunch yesterday. It's not a script. My mom was like, well, when you write your script. And I was like, no, Mom, we trust me. We do not write a script. We'll say something like, the Spurs won.
Pause for laughter.
Pause, and then parentheses, LOL. Yeah, we don't write a script, but you still fill out each segment and what we want to talk about.
Yeah, one of the days I was on there while you were on.
Yes, you were. You were in there doing what, streaking?
I just was like updating. I
was like, why are you in here, Jason? It's kind of where we're digitally communicating. Yeah, and then, it's 4 hours of, and I will say this, and then everyone forget it, but I have to, just out of morality. Chris stepped up in a big way last week. And
that Chris?
Look, was he still his normal snarky? Of course, but he was more of an active snarky self.
Yeah,
Chris Berlot is the king.
He sent me a wonderful video of a clip from Friday's show, I believe. I'm really sad I missed that part.
That was, if I'm being honest, because I was trying to compliment him, that was his low point of the week.
Really? He looked like he was having a great time.
He was, and that's fine, but I would say this. Unprofessional.
That's usually my reaction, but my microphone usually isn't on when it happens.
Oh, that's funny. And I want to watch the time here because I want to interview you about your week. Yeah, you're about to sit in the interview chair. This is true. Can we have a show meeting on the air real quick? I've had multiple people over the last year, weirdly enough, 2 of them in the industry, one of them just a friend, all suggest the same thing. They said, why don't you leave Chris's, they blame me. So why don't you leave Chris's mic on? And I go, well, because we get fired, but why do you ask? And they say, the two guys in the industry said this, and they're right, by the way. They said, it's a really good show dynamic sometimes. Don and Mike used to do this. They would leave the producer room mic on, and then you and I'd be talking about something, and then you hear that kind of like off mic laugh in the background, which I wouldn't say acts as a laugh track because those are fake and the laugh is real, but sometimes a cue that something is funny or something, and maybe people miss it, but then they say, so why wouldn't you do that with Chris? Because he's got that signature laugh. And I said, actually, if I'm being honest, that's not a bad idea. But I'm pretty sure Chris wouldn't go for it because Chris, A, likes to say things in there that aren't for air. B, Chris likes to say things in our ear that aren't for air. And I wish you'd stop it because I'm spooked from the one time where I could hear it and you weren't talking to me. And I'm just spooked that it's going to go out on the air someday. And it's like we had to let Chris go. And you and I are like, dude, come on. Like, we're fighting for him. And it's like, actually, he said the thing. And we don't really have an argument. I'm just terrified of that happening. And then also people walk in and out of the studio sometimes.
Yeah. Well, plus he controls his mic. It's not like we do it.
Yeah, that's why I say I have nothing to do with that, but let's hold on a second. Hey, Chris, can we leave your mic on during the show?
No.
What about the mic over there?
That wouldn't pick up much.
Hey, can you do that? Can you just turn on Kyle's mic? Hear me? No, but hello. See, but if he laughed, you could hear it. See, it already worked.
That is so much his laugh.
But you don't want to do that, right?
No.
Yeah. See, so there you go, everybody. There's the answer.
Okay. I
would like to. Jason really wants to. Chris doesn't care. Yeah. Even if it's for the betterment of the show. So, how you doing, Jason?
Good.
Good, yeah. Did you hear that?
Nope.
Oh, come on. You can't say it in my ear and not hit. That's why I paused. Chris said something in my ear. I thought it was in your ear as well because you immediately looked away.
No, I heard it. Like, this has been happening lately. I'm not hearing it. Like, through the IFB.
Playing with fire, dude. So you heard what he said?
No, I did not.
Okay.
You just know that I pressed the button.
I know that he said something. So you were, and I hear like,
okay.
So I don't know what he said.
Hey, Chris, what if I was like, he said, I guess I'll fill you in off air. He will. Hello.
Hi.
How was your week?
Wonderful.
I thought about you yesterday. I texted you because you spent all week at Bandon Dunes, and now they're doing the PGA Tour Pros, I think, championship at Bandon Dunes. And watching it on TV, I can only imagine what it's like in person. Because on TV, it's like watching like the British Open meets the Masters meets it just looks amazing. You played how many courses?
8.
What? Wait. You played 8 rounds or you played 8 courses?
Uh-huh.
You played 8 rounds on 8 different courses?
Correct.
I didn't even know they had 8 courses.
They have 7.
What was the 8th?
A place you have a hat or
Bandon Crossing?
Mm-hmm.
I love that
we
track.
Play there.
That's the one, just so everybody understands. That's the one that's like half the price and is in Bandon, but not Bandon. It's like the GoBots to Transformers.
Yeah, it's in town. It's fine. It's a nice course, but it's a cart. And that's the nice thing.
Yes.
So if we ever wanted to play, when we first used to do this years ago, when I was much younger, we would play 36.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Do they still have that rule where if you play 36, like your third round is free or something?
Yes, it might be.
Okay.
No, I mean, so
not that anyone finds out, but
54, right? Yeah, but 36, it's like half off the second round.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So there's some advantages to that, but it is because it's all walking, and it's a lot of walking.
Now, do you have to make reservations for both 36, or do you just go back in and say, hey, can
Usually
we go around again? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we didn't do that. I mean, the only time we play either 36 or so there's 5 18s.
Uh-huh.
And then there's 2 par 3s. One is 19 holes and one is 13 holes. So that's why there's 7 courses on there.
Gotcha. 19 holes.
Yeah, that's the newest one.
Okay. How was that?
It's good. That's the one that's most there's not a lot of ocean shots.
Gotcha.
It's
most
called
normal.
shorties. It's fine. Then there's one called the Preserve, which is beautiful. It's par 3, 13 holes of par 3 that are almost all ocean.
Okay.
Or a lot of them.
Longest hole there, if you had to guess?
150.
Oh, okay.
There's one that's like 41.
You're kidding me.
And there's this huge mound. Like you could see the flag, like the red part of the flag.
Yeah.
And this mound is right in front of you. And you're just like, I mean, you could just,
wow.
but now it's all touch to get it over.
Yeah, and if you're short,
you can't be.
woof.
If you're long, it comes back, but you won't make it.
Yeah. Okay.
You can, you're trying to make it, obviously, but
The only time I spoke to you all week, I think we were texting, actually. We spoke early on, and you mentioned, was it that you had was it a 39 on the back or something of your first round? Did I get that right? Or something good.
Yeah, I think I played the very first day of 18. Yeah, I think I had a 39 on the back.
Oh, that's really
courses. Yeah.
Really good for our caliber. I think that's really good in general. So that's good. So you're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just every
So we played 5 days of all 18. There's 5. There's Bandon Dunes, Pacific Dunes, Bandon Trails, Sheep Ranch, and Old McDonald are the 5 18s that they have there. And I think the thing you watched, they're playing at Bandon Dunes and Pacific Dunes.
Okay.
I believe.
Yes.
Because we had to play those two, like the first 2 days.
Because they were prepping them.
They were shutting it down. Because then you're starting to see these tents and like, okay, we heard about it. Like, it just started to change a little bit near the end of our time there.
Was yesterday the final round of that?
Or it was the first round.
Okay, good. That's what I was hoping so, because I would like to. I didn't get a chance to watch much of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Highlight?
All of it.
Yeah.
It's just so. Well, here's something that I go with Steve McElroy. He's the guy I do Sac State football with. We've gone for this is his 11th consecutive year. I've gone 10 of the 11 because I think the year of 2020, it literally opened like 3 days before we were supposed to play, and that was during when everything was shut down. I'm like, I just don't think I'm going to go. And so he went with his son. But anyway, I've gone 10 of 11 years. He's gone 11 years in a row. And the cool thing about it is we've been keeping track of our score. And so there are certain holes between the two of us that we have not either, I say, marked, parred, or birdied.
Okay.
There's not that many left. Of all the years we played, they're not that we're these amazing golfers, but like, I finally parred that hole or whatever. One time I birdied that hole. So over 10 years, you're looking at it. So I had 2 holes in the entire 5 courses that I had never parred.
Okay.
So I'm like, all I'm thinking about is number 10 at Bandon Trails and number 18 at Bandon Trails. And I would say they're not incredibly difficult holes, but I've never parred them. So now I'm just waiting. I'm like, and I'm playing this round, and this is my best round of the week, was at Bandon Trails.
Okay.
So I'm playing really well, and now we turn the corner. I'm on 10. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's a bunker that's on the right, this humongous, and I say bunker, it's like 75-yard long bunker
Okay.
that I'm always in.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And there's nothing but room to the left. And so I'm like, just be left, give myself a chance, let's see if I can par. I hit my tee shot 12 yards.
Okay.
He's like, you want to hit another one? I'm like, no. I'm trying. I'm like,
Playing it
really?
straight.
I've hit the ball so well this day. And I'm like, all right, I'm already here. Hit a decent second shot. I get on the green in 3, but I have to make the greens are ridiculously big.
Yeah.
I have to make like a 40-foot putt.
Fast?
Yeah. Okay. And I don't. You're like, another year.
Yeah.
I've missed on 10. I go, but 18.
Right.
That's my hole.
That's your hole.
Let's at least finish the round. I'm playing well. Let's par or better on 18. 18, I hit a pretty good tee shot. It's a blind shot that you go over this huge like sand dune.
Yeah.
And I get on the other side. Can't find my ball.
No.
So I drop hitting 3 now. Get on the green from there. So I'm like, all right, again, I have to make it's probably not as far as the other one. 20-something foot putt.
Yeah.
Miss it. I'm like, next year.
Yeah.
Gotta go back.
You couldn't find the ball. That's the worst.
Yeah. So I technically took 4 shots,
Yeah,
but I did not get a par.
You'll get them next year.
So yeah, I mean, and then just the beauty of it is just the elements and everything you're dealing with: the wind, the rain, the sun.
Yeah.
The walking.
Was there much rain? I kept. There was.
I know the days that it was bad here.
Yeah.
I talked to my wife, she's like, it's pouring here. I go,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we got it here too.
Okay.
And sometimes it's like sideways and into your face. And you're like, and the beauty about it is, to me, I think every time we had already started, like we're into the round, and then it would start. So it's different, I think, if you're like, we're teeing off in this, but we're like 7 holes in. You're like, oh, here comes the rain.
Really?
And it might, and in the same round where it's just dumping on you by the end, you're like, it's sunny again.
Of course.
It's like, what is this place is bizarre.
Nope. Oh, that's right. There's no carts. Never mind. What do you do as far as like you're not carrying your bag, right? Do you have a little pushy?
Yeah, and so that would be the other advice for people that have never been. A lot of times people bring their own pull carts and they're fine.
Yeah.
They've got like these giant 2-wheel things that are super light. They let you. I mean, it's an expensive place to go, but these are free.
Sure.
It's like I would just, and you
Grab
can roll
one
them
of
right
those.
across the green because none of those they don't. Yeah, I mean the greens are almost look like a fairway.
That's great.
And so it's like get those because it's just easier. They're light. You pull them through everything, and a lot of walking.
How early do you have to? Early in the year, do you have to make reservations?
It's tricky. My buddy has figured out like a system here, but I think they used to be a year out, and now I hear they're like 18 months out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you already need to have reserved for next year.
Yeah, so he's figured out a system. I forget what it is. I want to say, let's say like if we were booking for this week and Tuesday and Thursday were open, let's just say that, like where there was lodging. If you check in on a Tuesday, you could play the day of that you've checked in, like that you're staying.
Okay.
But technically we don't have a place Wednesday. They'll let you play the day, like the checkout day, so that would be your checkout day.
Yeah.
And then since you're playing that, you got to place the next. I don't know. He's figured out a system that, and then you wait. There are people that have signed up 18 months in advance, and then I can't go. There's a wedding,
and they
then
cancel.
you wait for cancellations, and then we just kind of slide in. And the tee times are easier to get than the lodging.
Now, are you staying on site, or did you get an Airbnb?
We stayed on site.
Okay.
Yeah, the very very first night we stayed in Bandon because that was the way in. We didn't have lodging, just like the Bandon Inn. And then we were on site the rest of the time.
Have you ever thought about staying off site just because it's?
We've never done the math, and I'm sure it can maybe be because you have to pay more for golf if you're not on site, but you're probably paying less to stay.
Sure.
Especially if you got an Airbnb, I bet it would be. I know Tom Morton has gone with a group of people for years, and I think they stay like at a big house.
Yeah.
Because I think they have a lot of times you see groups of 8, 16, 20, like this huge elaborate group, and I go, that looks like fun. It also looks a little crazy.
Right.
When we're just 2, we can pop in and out, and also it's not like, hey, I want to go to the bar, I want to stay up late, I want to go to the driving range, I want to eat Mexican food, I want to have a burger. It's like there's 2 people. It's easy.
Driving range tokens or open with balls?
I think it's open. We've never gone to the practice facility.
Really?
It's this huge.
So you never warmed up before?
Not really at the. I mean, there's people out there for hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I played 140 holes, I think. I mean, we got a lot of swings in.
Did you have any way of tracking your steps?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you look?
Oh, yeah. You want to know the steps?
Yeah.
Let's check the steps.
I'm going to say you were definitely.
Now, remember, we didn't do 36. Well, the day we did 36 was. No, we never did 36. We did the 18 with either the 13 hole or the 19 hole par 3.
You had to be easily 5 digits every day, over 10,000. I'm curious if you went over 20,000.
Okay, let's go back to when this started.
Let's go back. By the way, did you hear what Chris said in my ear?
I did not.
Nope. Chris, you got to say it in both ears, damn it.
I was just guessing how he was able to get your reservations.
And what did you say?
I was just kind of figuring out a system.
Back to you.
Day 1, 19,121.
Yeah, okay.
Which was the equivalent to about 9 miles. Day 2, 24,576.
Wow.
17,269. 16,4. 18,8. Oh, then I must have been home.
Yeah. Wow. Now, we talked about this last week, so I know you're of a different mindset than I, so I think I can guess this. But there's generally 2 ways people will think at the end of a vacation like that. The first one would be like, that was amazing. I am refreshed and ready to get back to it. And the other one is, that was amazing. I'm back. I wish I was there. Or maybe a combination.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part of the trip is leaving Bandon Dunes.
Yeah.
It's definitely because you're excited going there, and we drive 7.5 hours, so whatever. But you're excited. Then you're there. Every day is great, and then you're driving home. Now I was excited to see my family and everything.
Sure.
and we got back Friday, and it was great. So I still had the weekend. It wasn't like I got back yesterday, and it's like, oh my God. So I felt like I settled back in. And by the way, you were invited too today to play in that Sac State football golf tournament.
Right.
I'm playing golf again today, which is great.
There you go.
And I'm leaving early.
When are you leaving again?
I don't know.
Okay.
9
That will be the 6th straight crosstalk that you have not been here for.
But then I'll be on a streak.
There you go.
How have they been?
Dave's scared of Kayla.
I know that. He was scared of her before I left.
No, he's really scared now.
Yeah, they've taken a turn.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We actually have a I didn't mark it, but there's actually we've put together a list of attacks on people. Like
I see Kayla too with something else.
Yeah, where I think this is Kayla has said she's been attacked twice. I was attacked once. Matt's just kind of a bystander. Matt's just kind of, it's like one of them mommy and daddy fights, and he just kind of stays in the corner. But like even
Maddie.
Like on Friday, like Thursday was not great, and then Thursday wasn't great because she said she wasn't feeling well. And then I said, we have equipment. You could, our thing is kind of, if you don't feel well, broadcast from home type of thing. And she did not like that. And I was like, well, no, I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying you have the option. And then that way, in case you don't get people sick, because you and I are always very careful.
The way Dave communicated that was, gross. You should just do it from home. Why aren't you at home right now?
I don't think that's accurate, but
that's how she heard it.
Yeah, probably. So she didn't like that. And then the next day, what was it? It was something I was asking Matt about.
You just talked to Matt.
No, Chris, shut up, because he's doing it on purpose. He's the problem.
Am I wrong? I didn't say that.
No, because what you just said is he just talked to Matt, and that in itself is an absolute bold-faced lie. Bald-faced? Bold-faced. Bald-faced lie?
Bold.
Bold?
How are you going to have a bald face?
I think they say bald, though.
B-A-L-D?
I don't know. Bold sounds like it should be right.
I believe it's bald-faced.
I think it's definitely faced. Is it bald-faced lie?
Why would it be bald-faced?
A bald-faced lie is an obvious, shameless, and blatant untruth told without concern for its ethical implications. Though bold-faced lie is sometimes used interchangeably, and bare-faced lie is an older, less common variant. In formal writing, bald-faced lie is generally preferred, and that's according to Merriam-Webster.
Really?
You learn something every day. Anyways, bold-faced lie. Because we come in, she's, where you are, basically, he's there, and it was something with him, and I was asking him a few questions, right? And then I turn, I go, and hey, how's your day going? She's like, oh, you're talking to me? Because you ignored me and I was like, okay, all right. So, and I don't want to go into it without her here, but that's not fair. But lot of
well, on Friday,
a lot of tension.
On Friday, we have celebrity birthdays in the segment before, and when either you or Jason are out, we usually ask who's ever hosting to come in early so they could do celebrity birthdays. So I asked them, hey, can you come in? Yeah, sure. And then you basically talk to Matt, and we only had like a minute for...
That's fairly normal.
Celebrity birthday.
That's fairly normal because I fit in the crosstalk before the celebrity birthdays. I think Chris is just mad that he didn't get more celebrity birthdays out. Either way, I hope it's better today.
Hope so, too.
I hope it's better today. We may have to kill off that crosstalk. All right, look, we'll take a break. Big show for you today. We got a lot of stuff going on. The NFL draft is over. John Lynch of the Niners taking a bunch of crap. We'll dig into that. The A's take 2 of 3 in Texas. They are alone in first place. The NBA playoffs, obviously, moving along.
Jason says you can't hear me. I'm on the air, and you have to do Gonzalez Law in this break.
I do?
No, Jason does.
Okay, because that'd be strange.
Can you say it in the IFB one time?
Can you hear me?
But
you can't hear me.
You're hearing him through there. See, and what I'm worried about is he says it through there, and then it comes through here, especially if I'm not saying anything. That's what I'm worried about, is that it'll come through our speaker, and then it'll go through here somehow. But then again, these mics are really good at not picking up loud noises off off screen. So there's that.
Yeah, Kayla came in yelling the other day, and it didn't pick it up.
Yes, she came in. There was a she said a word that is a no-no, but it didn't pick it up. Thank goodness. She thought we were at break. NBA playoffs roll on. And all of that being mentioned, none of that, in my opinion, was the best moment of the sports weekend. So we'll talk about all that. I'll let you know what I thought was the best moment of the weekend, the coolest thing in sports. We got a big Monday show for you. We're full strength. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Loud. We're right back after this.
The 49ers and Raiders have completed their 2026 draft classes. Did San Francisco answer its most pressing roster questions? Have the Silver and Black surrounded their new franchise guy with enough help in year one? Tune into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for up-to-the-minute NFL draft insight. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187. Now, talked to you for a long time about expungements. This is something that's maybe been on your record for a while. It could be a long time, short time, no matter what it is, but you would like it removed. That's called an expungement. He can help with that. Get your rights back in order. Get that off. Just get that off your record and get your life going back in the order you would like it to. But also he can help with a lot of other things. Maybe you've been involved in an auto accident. You need help there. Maybe something work-related, wrongful termination, sexual harassment case. The point is Jonathan Gonzalez is local. He's in town. He has helped many people in our area and is here to help you as well. It's Gonzalez Law, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
John, your draft board seems to deviate quite a bit from the consensus. Why are you confident with that, given your track record drafting the last few years? It seems like it leads to you making reaches.
Well, I appreciate that you think that. Depends whose consensus. We got consensus in this building. That's the that's the consensus I care about.
I think that was one of the coolest things with this draft, just so you don't reach on somebody. Like, if there's somebody you're going to take at that spot, and your consensus or all your homework from around the league, not necessarily like Twitter or media stuff, just like things you investigate on when people are going to go. And if you know you're going to take someone you think's the best player, but you don't think they're going to go until like 15 picks later, 20 picks later, it's always a huge risk because you never find out when they're going to go if you take them there. The times that we did feel that way, like at 27, like at 30, and you're able to move back and create stuff later. I forget what it was, but we got a 6th-round pick for next year, and we don't have a 6th-round pick for next year. And we were able to still get our guy. I forget what we moved back to, whatever that was. But the guy we would have taken, we got 15 picks later, and you pick up a 6 for next year where we had a hole. Or the guy we would have taken at 7, you moved to 30, and to move to 33. And so all that stuff was really cool to get the guys that you want, but also find a way to get 8 players when you only had 6 bullets, and also gain a draft pick for next year, which sometimes you trade before the trade deadline, like I think we have in the last couple of years. So it was just, and to get these guys that we had, it was really neat.
So John Lynch taking some crap. It's interesting, Jason, because
what were the draft grades? Let's break it all down.
We had a lot of that last week, that conversation, which leads kind of into that. Now, look, I'm not here to prosecute or defend John Lynch. What I will say is, as a 49er fan, under his tenure, the team has been record-wise one of the most successful teams in the league.
Yeah.
But it's complicated with him because on one hand, he absolutely craps the bed on Trey Lance, but he gets Brock Purdy at the end of the draft. So do you sit there and does that excuse Trey Lance, or did he just get lucky? There are those that say, hey, despite John Lynch's drafting, because they have one of the best offensive coaches in the history of the NFL, let's say, Kyle Shanahan is overcoming what John Lynch is or isn't doing. I don't know what the answer is, but what I do know is I agree with what they said right there. Just because you're not it's considered a reach. Well, what's it considered a reach on? The Chris Verlaud, Jason Ross, Carmichael Dave mock drafts? Okay, well, what the hell do we know? And if you were to draft Nikola Jokic number 1 the year he was drafted, you probably would have been fired on the spot. The future would have said you were amazingly ahead of your time. Now, if you're going to do that, then the dumb thing would be to not trade out of the number 1 pick, get a bunch of stuff, and then still move down and draft Nikola Jokic. Well, John Lynch traded a bunch of times going down, so he's following that part, and as Kyle said, picking up picks for that. But time will tell. Time will tell.
That's the whole thing, right? Time will tell. And I think, I think we're all kind of a little bit at the mercy of mock drafts, right? That's the research that fans and that we do. That's like, all right, that looks like this is where the player that should go on the board, and this is a need that the Niners have.
Yeah.
Why didn't they take that player?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't like that player enough, or whatever the case may be, not enough to stay with that pick, or Kyle Shanahan gave a pretty good example of what they were looking to do. If they could get a guy later, they would try to do that and trade back. So,
sure.
Yeah, I think you said it right, though. Time will tell on all these things. And even the number 1 pick, if we go to the Raiders, Mendoza, we'll have to wait and see.
Could be a total flop, could be the next Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
No idea.
Nope. Not today, we don't.
What I think is important is to get past, and this is what I try to do, because I can't speak on whether or not John Lynch had a good draft. Mm-hmm. I can't. And anyone who thinks they can is full of garbage. You can't speak on it right now. What you can do is look at history. Mm-hmm. So in favor of John Lynch, they were 12-5 last year. Okay. But 17 of the 22 projected starters were drafted by the team, 10 of 11. 10 of 11 on defense. So you can not like a pick, but when you say, well, he's not drafting well, if you're 12-5 and 17 of your 22 starters were drafted, you're drafting well.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you haven't screwed up, but I need to judge my GMs on the macro, not the micro. I don't care if Scott Perry screwed up Dennis Schroeder or not. What I do care about is where is this team going? What's the record going to be in a couple years? That's how he should be judged. With John Lynch, some other examples based on the ESPN big board. Diamador Lenore was ranked 319th. Lynch picked him 172nd. Talanoa Hufanga was ranked 212th. He was picked 180th. Brock Purdy was ranked 362nd, was picked 262nd. Renardo Green, 106th, picked 64th. And Malik Mustafa, ranked 149th, picked 124th. Now, with the, Green and Mustafa are still very young, but considered, good players, decent picks. Every one of those was a air quotes reach, and I don't think you go back and change any of those picks. So does John Lynch reach? Yeah. Would I rather him reach and trust their scouts who have a pretty decent record? Yes, but also he's made some really dumb picks.
Sounds like a GM.
Sounds like a GM. You know who, at least as of a year ago, Jason, do you know who by the numbers based on all pros, do you know who the best drafter was in the NFL?
No, I don't.
Based on drafting Pro Bowl players, the percentage of Pro Bowl players coming from that team, the best drafter in the NFL.
Jerry Jones?
Is Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. Okay.
So there you go.
I think a lot of people would be surprised to hear that.
And I think, that's where you get back to like so many teams, Kings included, every NFL team, they'll talk about that term culture. I think the Niners have had a winning organization, a winning culture here for a while. And so I think they can overcome some missed picks. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they don't litter their draft room with bad picks, but you're going to miss. It's just going to happen. But I think the way they're coached, the way they're set up, the amount of talented players they have, they can kind of overcome, and these guys can come in and add to it. They're winning more than they're losing.
I think that's the point. If they were 5-12 and this was happening, okay. And granted, look, anyone who grew up a Niner fan, well, at least in my generation, I grew up, one of my first memories was their first Super Bowl over the Bengals. I barely remember that, finishing with 1994 and their fifth Super Bowl. So growing up, it was like, the Niners win a Super Bowl pretty much, every other year. Little did I know that I'd be sitting here 32 years later with one of the longest Super Bowl droughts, couple of visits back, but one of the longest Super Bowl droughts of all time. I always talk about with the Kings, and it's no different with the Niners. Contending for a championship is the goal, and obviously winning a championship is the ultimate goal. The Niners have fallen short of the one biggest goal, which is winning a championship, no doubt about it. But when you're consistently competing for a championship, and under the Lynch-Shanahan era, they have competed for a title more often than not. I think there's 29 other teams, maybe 30, but 29 other teams that would rather be there. I've been around long enough to know I'll take that over, like I said, 29 other teams. I still want a damn championship, though, more than anything in the world. So, I got like Dwayne in the chat saying the Niners are as smug as always with their. I don't know what answer you want. The record speaks for itself. It doesn't mean John hasn't reached.
Right.
But when your record is what your record is, I think that's ultimately what you stand on, and they've achieved everything pretty much you would want to achieve, including, by the way, one of the literal greatest draft picks of all time in Brock Purdy. When you talk about value, I can't fault that.
And what's the inference here, that he needs to go? Like Lynch? I mean, I don't think so.
No, thank you.
Right.
No, thanks.
They've got a winning formula.
I remember Trent Baalke.
Yeah.
I remember Trent Baalke. I remember Jim Tomsula. I remember that. I'm good. I'll take Lynch and Shanahan.
Yeah.
Until I don't.
Perfect. Yeah. But right now, most every other organization would take that tandem.
I think 29 others would. At least 29 others. We'll take a break when we come back. NBA playoffs rolling on. We'll talk about this a lot more as well. The NBA, the NFL draft and other things. 3 for Madness at 7 a.m. Let's get to those playoffs, though. Just an overview of the weekend a little bit. We'll get into those hardcore starting at 8 a.m. right here on Sactown Sports.
Fernando Mendoza is officially a Raider. Under mentors like Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady, will the former Indiana star shine in Clint Kubiak's West Coast offense? How close are the silver and black to keeping pace in the AFC West? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bed?
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Up three right side is good. De'Aaron Fox, 14 in the second half, and the Spurs have got their first double-digit lead of the day. Fox up top, rolling to his right. Fox, fadeaway jumper, yes sir. Spurs, their largest lead of the game, 7. 84-77. The Blazers will dribble this one out today, and you can turn out the lights in the gym here this afternoon as the Spurs are headed home with a 2-game sweep in Portland and a commanding 3-1 lead. Final score today, the Spurs defeat the Blazers 114-93.
Not only did they beat them 114-93, Portland had a, 58.
I think it was 17 at half, wasn't it?
And was it 58-41 at the half?
Game 3 and 4 like the same. Like, oh my God, is Portland going to win this series?
That's what.
And then the second halves happened.
73-35 in the second half. You get outscored 73-35 on your home floor in the second half. Youch.
You know, we've said this a lot, like Portland's a lot like us in Sacramento. It's like it's their team. It's the one team. They go nuts. They should. And a lot of elements of that felt like us, too, because it's like, man, they're going nuts. They're having a great time. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
They may pull off a shocker, and then by the end you're like, they lost by how much?
Yeah.
Like, they got tortured a bit, didn't they? Like, they had to be so excited, so thrilled with Game 3 and Game 4, and then they're down 3-1, and now it just seems inevitable.
And look.
And they're just starting this, but still.
And Portland is, as you said, just starting their run, but so San Antonio.
That's true.
That's the other thing. That's what's so weird about San Antonio is when it comes to hardcore franchise playoff experience over the last few years, Portland and San Antonio are pretty much the same, which is nothing.
Yeah.
But I thought San Antonio looked at times they look incredibly vulnerable. Obviously, with Victor out.
Yeah.
But then,
even then, he was back, and they were down that much, and.
Yeah.
Fox was getting a lot of heat for the way he's been playing, but he was incredible yesterday.
He really was. 11 of 17, 28 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds to go with 2 blocks and a steal. And
he changed that game.
He 100% did. And I'm not trying to troll here. I know that's easy. Look, he had a bad game too. We talked about that. 6 of 16 for 17 points, and in the loss, 106-103. And he deserved that. I want to see. I just want fairness. So I would like to invite right now 916-339-1140 on the text line and at our YouTube chat. I want those that were piling on De'Aaron Fox in Game 2. I just want you to come in and give him credit for Game 3 with Wemby out, and then Game 4. And it's not just his play, but you hear the other the youth, especially Castle and Harper, remark that it's also that leadership and that stuff he brings that has really helped them, with him being kind of a coach on the floor, which it's tough to think of De'Aaron Fox being the veteran leader. But here we are. He's not even 30 yet. Don't forget Harrison Barnes on that team too. So they're up 3-1. They're looking they're playing Portland. I get it, but they're looking like they're going to do quite well. They're up 3-1, and really what now becomes incredibly interesting for the Spurs, Jason Ross, is they seem to be on a bit of a crash course if things hold up with the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are up 3-1 on Denver and the probably soon-to-be fired David Adelman. We were talking about that last week. I think if they I'm pretty sure if the Timberwolves win this series, I think Adelman's gone.
I think this one may not be over.
Really?
Well, I mean,
yeah, with
DiVincenzo's injury, obviously, but Ant's injury.
Yeah.
Those are big injuries.
I mean, DiVincenzo's done.
Right. And Ant's done
Ant's certainly done for this series.
Yeah. So, I mean,
right.
They only need one.
Correct.
But today's they play today in Denver.
Yes.
So I would be more shocked if Denver didn't win. I think Denver will win tonight.
I agree with you.
So now all of a sudden it's 3-2. Now there's already a different tone. Already if it's 3-2, because then you're just thinking get Game 6. But again, Minnesota's in the much better position where they need to just win one game. But they are two very important players, including their most important player, is out.
And by the way, you want to take a guess as to what who's favored by how much tonight?
Denver by 7.5.
Chris, who's favored tonight? Denver against Minnesota in Denver. Minnesota up 3-1.
Denver 6.5.
6.5, 7.5. You went the wrong way. No bell because we're 4 points off. Denver's an 11.5 point favorite tonight. Yeah, Denver's down 3-1.
Yeah.
And they're an 11.5 point favorite, but that backs up your point. I agree. This is going 6 or 7. I would still take the Wolves, but it is going 6 or 7. I do think David Adelman's fighting for his job. We talked about that last week before the injuries. I think now if the Nuggets, because I think after Malone, I just never got the feeling that Adelman was their guy. I think I didn't make this comparison on the air. And by the way, obviously we both, out of such love for Rick Adelman, are rooting for his son. I felt like David Adelman was Rich Bisaccia if the Raiders had kept Rich Bisaccia. It was like, okay, we've got vibes, we've got feels. The players seem to respond to him. Let's go. But I think when you've got a perennial MVP and at least the appearance that this team is underachieving in the playoffs, I think now he's gotten a couple of years, sort of, and I think they go, okay, we need to switch it up. It just feels like one of the, I could be wrong, but this feels like one of those situations where if they're gone, they're going to mutually part ways and do that thing. Either way, this is certainly the most, even though there was a little kerfuffle in the Portland Senate, which you got to love the playoffs. And the stakes are so much higher. Plus, these guys are seeing each other over and over and over again. They're done. But this Nuggets Timberwolves series has been, it has been spicy. It's also, and I appreciate the NBA. You know, last week we talked a lot about, like, if it's a foul in the first quarter, it's a foul in the fourth. Don't do superstar calls, this, that, whatever. I think the NBA learned a lesson a long time ago from the Spurs-Suns series. You'll remember leaving the bench, Steve Nash. What happened with Jokic and everyone else in the last game, I think if that's in the regular season, there's a couple of one-game suspensions. I'm positive that Jokic is suspended a game amongst others. I appreciate that the NBA goes, look, we'll only go so far. You'll get one standing 8 count. We're going to fine you. But they know that suspending players, especially Jokic in this situation, that ends the series effectively. They don't want that. Plus, by the way, it'll cost some money to the as we recalled last week, it was the anniversary, or not the anniversary, but somebody recalled a story, which I believe is true, about Marge Schott, the former owner of the Cincinnati Reds, refusing to pay for anything for the Reds to celebrate their 4-0 sweep over the Athletics, those Jose Rio Reds, because it cost her a ton of revenue in those home games that were missed by the sweep.
Went too fast.
Yeah, she was a peach.
Shame on them.
Other than that, good person, Marge Schott. Just tremendous. Tremendous, don't want to speak ill of the dead. Just really a role model for absolutely nobody. So the Nuggets and Timberwolves, what I was saying is, if the Wolves win this, you're almost certainly going to have a DiVincenzo-less and Edwards-less matchup for the San Antonio Spurs. I don't want to say cakewalk,
right,
but kind of as cakey as you can get at this point, especially in the Western Conference, going all the way to the Western Conference Finals, of which the other part, and we'll get into all these later, Jason, but how about that LeBron James, man? I know they lost last night.
Yeah, but 3-1, they got to feel great.
And he's looking like he took some of that Space Jam juice. He, great moment with a couple games ago with he and his son. They bottle it, as a matter of fact, but very expensive.
Yeah, it was cool.
Really cool.
Playoff, lob, dunk. I mean, come on. Or reverse, whatever that
stupid was. Lakers, stupid all that. Barf, barf, barf. But, yeah, I have to respect the guy's 77 years old and still doing it. And then the Thunder,
no surprise.
Just thundering. Yeah. Just, Jalen Williams lost. That's a big
true.
deal.
Yeah.
But not so far in this series. And they play tonight looking to close the Suns out. In Phoenix, they are up 3-0. We'll take a break. First hour in the books. When we come back, 3 for Madness. Jason, we'll ask you one more time about Bandon Dunes, playoff series, and what is most compelling, and the best thing you saw in sports over the weekend. We'll do all that next.
Fernando Mendoza is officially a Raider. Under mentors like Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady, will the former Indiana star shine in Clint Kubiak's West Coast offense? How close are the silver and black to keeping pace in the AFC West? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
There's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. Rising energy prices, fragile supply chains, even threats of food shortages. It's no surprise that millions of American families are starting to take preparedness seriously. That's why My Patriot Supply created Family Preparedness Starter Packs. 1 full week of food for everyone in your family. Plus water filtration, cooking tools, and backup power. All for as little as $100 per person. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com to get prepared today. That's MyPatriotSupply.com.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Big show for you today. Glad you're all with us. 1-800-920-1140 is your text line. Nope, it's your phone line, Jason. 916-339-1140 is your text
phone line and text line.
Oh, it's about? You can text to 1-800?
I don't think you could text. I don't even know if you could do 1-800.
That's what I was saying. 1-800-920-1140 is phone line. I corrected myself. 916-339-1140.
But you can also call 916.
Yeah. Oh, you can?
Uh-huh.
My parents came over for brunch yesterday.
Yeah? What'd you have?
Melissa made it. It was kind of a smorgy. It was cinnamon rolls.
Good.
Scrambled eggs with bacon and green peppers and onions. And
In the eggs?
In the eggs,
Okay.
and then you could cheese it if you want, because everybody, she asked. Everybody likes that.
Yeah,
Oh, you could cheese it on your own?
You could cheese it on your own. These Hatch chili, basically green chili, like Ortega style, the Hatch chili and cheese sausages that she cut in half and fried up. We got them at Sam's Club. It was really good. And a staple in my family for breakfast, she had never had before we got married, grits. So I started compiling a list, but then I stopped because I didn't want to be mean-spirited, but of like things my parents said when they came. So my wife told me they pulled up, and we put the dogs outside. We were babysitting a big giant fat dog this weekend, right? Our friend's big giant fat dog.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy.
She's a big girl. What kind of dog? I don't know. Just a dog.
Oh, okay. One of those.
One of those dogs. Well, here, this is what when my parents were inside, and I'm sorry I can't. I'll share this online on Twitter. I can't show you guys, on the YouTube, but when my parents were inside, they desperately wanted to come in and jump on them and sniff them and all that. And, of course, they would knock them over, even though they're all pretty much little dogs. But they happened to line up biggest to smallest. So that's what my door looked like right there. The big fat dog. Yeah. This dog needs a dog treadmill. Sweet dog, though. So my parents don't come inside. It takes them a while to get up the driveway. My mom's in a walker, my dad's on a cane. So I finally go outside. They're still in the car. I open the door and go, what's going on? I open the car door on my mom's side. My dad's driving. My dad goes, we're here for 10 minutes arguing because you didn't move the car. So, could she fit up the driveway? She wants to go. She thinks she can take her walker through the grass. And we're just arguing about it. And then my mom's like, I didn't say that. Anyways, I moved the car. We get up the driveway, we get inside, and then on the way up, my mom, you got to understand, she's got the walker with the tennis balls on it, and she's walkering her way up, and then she stops and she looks to her left to look at our lawn, and she goes, you sure do have a lot of weeds in your lawn. And I go, we like them. Then she goes,
we like them.
Not as bad as your neighbor, though. They got a lot of weeds. And then she just keeps walking. Yeah. During the course of I stopped after 20 minutes. I had brought her potato cheese soup a couple weeks ago, whenever I made it.
Brought it in here, too.
Yeah, and then I went on the soup run. I made broccoli cheese, and then I made beef and barley. And my mom said that she thought it was funny. Remember, it's a universal female thing. I've learned this from wives and mothers, that if they say they think something is funny, they do not, in fact, think anything about it is funny. But she thought it was funny, to borrow Dwayne in the chat, his term, she thought it was funny that she had been asking me for beef and barley soup forever, and I made it, and I didn't bring her any,
That is funny.
Classic
Frank.
That didn't happen. I think it happened in her head, but it didn't happen, and I didn't, even though I brought her other soup. She didn't talk about that soup. She just talked about the soup she didn't get. And then lastly, and this is where I stopped, they're sitting down with trays in front of them in our main room. The kitchen's behind it. So Melissa and I are in the kitchen. My mom says, are there any more grits? And my mom and Melissa says, no, sorry, we split them up, And I go over and I look at my mom's plate. She's still got a bunch of food on her plate. My mom's notorious for her eyes are bigger than her stomach is tiny. My mom is as thin and frail as you could possibly be. And she loads up her plate. And then she just kind of moves everything around for a while and then asks somebody to warm it up and then moves it around. And sometimes she'll eat some of it. So she still had a bunch of stuff on her plate. And I said, Mom, you still got a bunch of stuff on your plate. Like, what are you doing for grits? And she's like, well, I really like the grits, but they're very lumpy. And she moved her bowl with the grits in it. She had been digging with her fork the little lumps that were in the grits out and spreading them around her plate. And then finally my dad just poured his grits into my mom's bowl, and she continued to then fish for lumps. And then finally, it's one of those things. Look, when you come at the queen, you better not miss. And so meanwhile, my wife's in the background. She's smiling, but then, I just kind of looked at her with my hands on my hips. Like, how could you possibly feed my mother
lumpy grits?
Lastly,
smooth that out.
And then I'll move on. I need an opinion. And Chris, don't be you for a second. No, just don't be you. Be a normal person for once, please. I need a real opinion. My wife is in school.
So you want the opinion you want me to give you?
No. But if you're going to give me a differentiating opinion, I want it based on fact and logic, not on you want to piss me off. That's all I'm going to say. You answer however you want. My wife is also in school getting her teaching credential. She had a paper due, big long paper on I don't know, charter schools and they're good or whatever the hell she wrote about. So she asked me to proofread it. She'd been asking me to proofread it. So I proofread it. When my parents were over, I sat there and proofread on the laptop.
You have the reading glasses on?
No.
Oh, dang it.
No, don't need it. So I'm rolling through a couple of spelling errors. I'm not even I'm just making the changes. And she's next to me just kind of like looking over. And with each change I make, which here's a spelling error. Oh, here's a typo. You need a comma here. This is missing a word. Just a few. She's getting more and more upset. And then at the end, she's just not upset, but she's like, dude, what are you doing? I'm proofreading. This is a giant run-on sentence. I'm putting a comma in here for, whatever. This is misspelled. She goes, well, it's from a quote I copied and pasted. I said, okay, well, the quote's wrong. Yeah. This word is misspelled. So by the end, she was annoyed with me that I caught too many errors and then didn't say anything about whether it was good or not, which I hadn't had a chance to do that yet. So I said, look, if you want me to proofread, I will. But proofreading, that's the job. Mm-hmm. But somehow she took it personally. That's all I'm saying. I guess I really didn't have a question for you, Chris.
I was say, what's the question?
Well, I feel like...
How were you making those changes?
It was in front of Mason, and I was saying I would make a change, and then I would turn to Mason to my left and say in front of my parents, this is why you pay attention in school, and then I would continue to make the changes.
Gee, I wonder why she was upset.
I was simply using my wife's errors as a way to publicly shame her in front of her in-laws and her child in order to motivate our child to not turn out like his mother. I don't know why that's weird.
Sound strategy.
I feel like that's completely normal, and she would be appreciative of that and me being an active father and helping to raise our child.
Yeah. Not enough appreciation for your work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're back.
Yeah.
3 for Madness. Question 1.
What was the coolest thing you saw over the sports weekend?
I was joking about the last part, by the way.
Well, then I was not.
What was the coolest thing you saw over the weekend, Jason? Sport. Well, you were, golfing all last week, but what is there something that caught your eye?
Well, you know what? This is going to be lumped in because it was a couple of days. I still am there's a few things we always talk about what you're suckers for, like reunions, if you get people back to get like someone's been serving time and they come back from the military, wherever it's like,
yes.
Oh man, the military reunions are incredible. I don't really love the NFL draft, just the practice of it.
Yeah.
But the celebrations with family, whether you're at the draft,
yep.
whether they've got the video of I just think those are great because it is a spectacular day.
Yes.
For that person and that family. And it happens once and they're all variety. I mean, they're kind of all kind of in the same general form, but I think that is great. I love that.
Are you we played some of these. Are you a fan of the phone calls that the team will make to the player?
Hey pal, what have you got planned for the next 5 years?
Right. Just once I want to be like, hey, how's it feel to be a Falcon? And the guy's like, well, I was kind of hoping for the
Well,
Bears.
McVay kind of did that.
Who did?
McVay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with Simpson.
Yeah. That was awk.
Wait, which one of you sent? Was it you or Chris that sent the thing from the draft from Goodell about draft day?
Oh, I did, yeah. Because
was that real? I don't know.
No, that was real. So at one point he went up on stage and he made this, with the first pick of the draft, the Cleveland Browns select, and it was for some unnamed future movie project or whatever. And so I naturally thought it would be like, well, okay, that's got to be draft day 2 or something. Somebody said it was like for some series coming up or whatever. Who the hell knows? Yeah. But the funniest part is that I love how whenever something like that happens, the number 1 pick always goes to the Browns.
Yeah.
Like they're just, even in Hollywood, they're just a bad, crappy team. In honor of you, Jason, Mr. Golfy Pants, and not just that, but also Mr. New Orleans Pants, there was a fun tournament over the weekend, the Zurich Classic. It is an alternate ball situation where you have it's unique. You have partners, so two players will team up, usually buddies or people they know off tour, and Jason, you and I are partnered up, and so you hit your shot, I hit my shot, you hit your shot and you take the lowest score. So what's interesting is, first off, the winners are always like minus 30 or something. They're shooting like regularly 60s and 59s and all that. But in this case over the weekend, one of the partnerships was Matt Fitzpatrick, which is maybe the hottest golfer on tour right now.
The week before.
Just won the week before. And he teamed up with his younger brother, Alex, who caddied for him when Matt Fitzpatrick won the U.S. Amateur years ago. Matt is a major champion. Matt is having a wonderful year. Matt is established. His brother is tooling around on the littler tours, including Korn Ferry. He just got, I think, his first win last week or the week before at the Indian Open. So he's traveling all over the world scratching. And I think coming into this tournament, his younger brother's lifetime earnings were something like $263,000. They go to 18. They're in a three-way tie at 30 under. And the younger brother, Alex, hits Matt Fitzpatrick's beautiful drive. He's got the approach shot. He pops it in the bunker. Now, they've got to birdie this hole. Otherwise, it's a three-team playoff. So it's Matt Fitzpatrick, the older brother, with millions in the bank, in the bunker, trying to win this tournament, and he hits the following shot out of said bunker.
All golf ball. Does it spin?
Oh, what a shot!
Is that any good?
Hits it to a foot. Hits it to 1 foot, leaving his. Now, we've all been there, though.
Yes.
Leaving his
I've
young.
missed that before.
I have, too. And, I mean, it wasn't a tap-in.
It's pretty close.
Whatever's next to a tap-in, it's maybe a foot. So, Alex, not only does Alex have to make it, but Alex also with a 1 foot putt for his first win on the PGA Tour.
A day the Fitzpatrick family will never forget.
Now, I don't know if you noticed this, Jason. Again, this is visual. Sorry, radio people, but for non-viewing. This was actually funny to watch because Alex Fitzpatrick putts the ball in, and then he drops to his knees. What you'll see here that you might have missed the first time is when he put his head in his hands, he let the putter fall. Unfortunately, the putter balanced right in the middle of poor Alex's crotch. And then when he fell to his knees, he tripoded himself onto the putter in a very uncomfortable place, and you'll see him move it. Here it is again, Jason. Watch the putter head closely.
A day the Fitzpatrick family will never forget.
Was his brother laughing at him?
I don't know if that's why he
comes in. Look at his face.
I don't know if he was, because he definitely was like, and then he's got to move the putter. He just I think he's laughing at that, like, best moment of your life, and you just popsicled yourself and the you know what. But then his younger brother's losing it. Of course he is. And you may be saying, okay, so the guy won some money. Great. No. First off, his share was, I think, $1.2 million. Wow. So, again, when you think about his career earnings, comparing that to now, it's life-changing money. You don't just have to shack up at your brother's house now. But more importantly, that counts as a PGA win. So he gets his PGA Tour card for the rest of this year, for 27 and 2028, which means he can get into all the PGA events, pretty much with the exception of the Masters. Yeah. He gets into the PGA Championship, the Players. I think also he doesn't get into the British Open. But life. It wasn't
Keep winning, and he will.
That's exactly right. And it wasn't just like that Matt Fitz, like they won a tournament. It's that you get the older brother got a chance to basically help, and no disrespect to Alex, but help carry him to his PGA Tour.
And I'm sure when they talked about doing this, they were like, could you imagine if we, like, that's the stuff they were dreaming about, and then they actually did it.
And now, I mean, just look, it's just a cool thing. Like when you think about it too, even just the dumb small things like Matt Fitzpatrick, he just found, I think I had this here. Here we go. Last few weeks, Matt finished second at the Players. Then he won the Valspar. Then Alex won the Indian Open. Then Matt's wife announces she's pregnant, I believe, with their first child. Then he wins the RBC Heritage. Then they win the Zurich to earn Alex a PGA Tour card. And on top of that, like, think about this too. Like, now, just the little things. Now they can travel to these tournaments together. Right. They can rent a house and stay together. The mom and dad don't have to split and somebody go fly to India to watch Alex tool around. Now they can go and have both their sons on the same tour in the same spot and watch. It's super duper cool. And they talked about it briefly afterwards. And when I say talked about it, I mean they talked about it. Here you go.
A team event on the PGA Tour, with my brother. I don't know if it does get better than that. I do seriously believe, for me personally, it's just under a major. That winning this together with Alex is that's how special it feels.
Obviously, not to get emotional, but we both grew up wanting to be the best golfer we can possibly be and be one of the best players in the world, and he is one of the best players in the world, and I'm biased. I think he's the best player in the world. That's just my opinion, even though there's it's not, the stats wouldn't say so, but I'm incredibly appreciative of him, everything that he does for me. There's just so many little things that I'm sure that he does that I don't know about that he does for me as well. I'm obviously incredibly lucky to have him as my brother.
It wasn't in the clip, but his brother followed up by saying, yeah, and I didn't charge him rent to stay with me this week either. Did you hear the New Orleans music in the background?
Yes, of course.
As we move on, one thing, I don't know if you caught this or not, but Matt Fitzpatrick said at one point, he said it's so cool that it's so important it's just under a major as to how amazing this is. Winning a tournament with your brother and securing him a PGA Tour card and changing his life forever is under. I understand how important winning a major is. Under winning, I mean, you can win. He's already won a major. You can win multiple majors. You have one chance to change your brother's life, and you still put that under, whatever.
That's what, and his brother said, I think he's the best in the world, even though the stats don't.
Right. Like, is there secretly a beef between the two of them?
I think so. I think we've uncovered it.
More to come. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Jason.
Me? Yeah.
That's you.
You spent last week playing Bandon Dunes up in Oregon.
I don't know if you remember that or not.
I do.
Okay.
Is it a trip you'd recommend to others?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even me?
Yeah.
Huh.
What does that mean?
Because I don't golf.
I'm just trying to think, like, what would Chris do up? Well, I know Chris would just probably get hammered all weekend. Like, what would Chris do up there?
Yeah, I think
hang out in the room and watch AEW.
You could do that.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Roll on up to Bandon.
Yep.
I have a question for you, Jason, about this. So I always think this way, and, hopefully retirement for both of us is way in the distance, but still we can kind of see the sunrise a little bit.
I paid my taxes.
Is that area of the world a place you could find yourself living?
No.
Weather? A lot of reasons.
Yeah. It's one of those things it's a great place to go visit. And play. I mean, for golf fans, like if you love golf, and they're really, I think the more and more people I've talked to about it over the years, like, oh, what else? What else is going on there? I'm like, golf,
right?
Like, there's not this Bandon, the city of Bandon. We've gone in there, we've stayed in there, but the actual property of Bandon Dunes is like not even a campground. It's almost like a dorms
in
a sense, and then golf courses. You're on property, and there's not like, hey, are these all these other places to go? No, it's just golf. We drove one of the days to like Coos Bay. That's probably like 20 minutes away.
Yep.
And that's not like this booming big city, but there's a little more to do there.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's an absolutely incredible trip. I would recommend it. I mean, you have to love golf.
Sure.
And you're going to play, and I would suggest playing all the courses, because I found over the years there's some people that have said this phrase to me, oh, I'm not going to play trails because Banded Trails is like courses at home. It's not.
Right.
It is not.
Right.
It's just not. They're all different. They're all great. I would suggest you play them all and enjoy it.
So what's interesting then is that there's like a 61% chance that's exactly the area I'm going to end up in.
Okay.
Like, I love
61%.
I love the Oregon coast.
Yeah.
Every time I go there on vacation in the summer, I have a blast.
Yeah.
It is littered. By the way, not just Banded. There are a lot of golf courses there.
Oh, yeah.
Year-round weather. Again, my kind of weather.
Right.
You know, cloudy, rainy here and there, but, you know, there's some sun. And also, like, I've thought about it. Like, my buddy is a huge fisherman himself. The salmon up there is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so just getting a boat, going out, doing guides and tours and stuff just as old men.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, dude. You can come stay with us.
There you go.
Because I've never done banding, but I as soon as they allow you to start using carts, I think.
Well, the other part, too, that's a reminder of, and you know this being when you go to the Oregon coast, one of the nights we went out to just like a Mexican restaurant in town, 2 people, we order, blah, blah, blah. At the end, you get the bill, you're like, that's it?
That's it.
Where's the,
nope.
like, no taxes, no just, but even just the prices, you're like, man.
You pump any gas there?
They don't let. Well, you know, we did go to a place that they now changed it. There's
really
Fred Meyer is like their Costco kind of thing, and now we saw a self-serve.
Really,
but usually you don't.
Those of you who don't know, in Oregon, I think there's one other state too in the United States. You can't pump. I think it's New Jersey actually. You can't pump your own gas.
Yeah, so they did have a self-serve.
How was Rancho Viejo?
Oh, how did you know? There's 2.
Did some digging.
It's great. It's the better of the 2 Mexican restaurants.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Mexican food. Mexican food in Oregon's great.
Yes.
Now I'm hungry. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
What is the most compelling playoff series to you at this point?
It's between 2. I do think it's Minnesota-Denver. With apologies, by the way, Detroit-Orlando's 2-2. And Toronto got a big win again. And, of course, that's a chance to see James Harden bounced. So those are the 3 the most compelling to me. But I would say at this point, because of how huge it would be to have the Nuggets dumped and Jokic, but also have half the Timberwolves missing 40% of their starters and their superstar. Interesting.
I'm with you on that. But what about Knicks Hawks?
Yeah, no, you're right. I should have said that. Knicks Hawks. I feel like I don't know. I hope
2-2.
I'm rooting for the Hawks. I got this weird feeling the Knicks of like figuring them out. They got their home court back, but I hope I'm wrong.
But you need the tension, and that's what the Timberwolves Nuggets has.
Even Lakers Rockets is interesting because Durant's been hurt, but the
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
What LeBron's been doing is fantastic. Spurs Trailblazers is fun with Spurl Bailey with the whole little back and forth there. I would say the least compelling. And by the way, Cavs and Raptors by the number. I don't really care about that series. But the least compelling ones though are Thunder, Suns, and Celtics, Sixers. It's just
and the Sixers got the one, but other than that,
yeah.
Okay. And now there's questions I saw, on the TV shows. There's like, do the Sixers need to move on from Embiid? Good luck.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
With that contract, that is, when people talk about Zach LaVine's contract, my goodness, Joel Embiid, good luck with that one.
There is absolutely no freaking way that. I don't know how they would possibly.
How much is left on that?
I'm looking right now here. Where the hell are you, Sixers? Oh, here we go. 7th, just ahead of the Kings, number 8. It is the worst contract in the NBA.
What is it at 60 right now?
It's at 55.
Oh, bargain.
Next year it goes up to 59.5.
Oh, that's the final year?
That's it. And then they're done.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry, I misread. Then it goes up to 64.3. And then they're done. But no. Then in 28-29, it goes down from 64.3. It goes down to, it goes to $69 million. That is the worst contract. It is. Here's proof. Kings fans, would you trade Zach LaVine for Joel Embiid? Hell no. No. That is the worst contract. Holy crap, dude.
Well, he gives him 30 games a year.
He is the third highest paid player in the league. Anthony Davis is tied for being the fifth highest player in the league. I'll take his contract any day of the year because he signed for 2 more years. He got a player option in year 3. I'd still take it. Oh my God, that contract is just disgusting. I'd take Paul George's contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're screwed, Sixers. Sorry. Well, future Sacramento King Joel Embiid. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's round up the weekend, including baseball's first firing. And a lot of stuff going on. We'll get to it next.
Trading out of the first round, the 49ers finally got on the board, selecting Ole Miss wide receiver Dejon Stribling. With another weapon around Brock Purdy, have John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan put together a Super Bowl caliber offense. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Back home starting tomorrow.
First place ace.
Yeah.
When we asked what's the most compelling playoff series, there's a disagreement in the chat. Jake says it's Tampa Bay and Montreal.
Ah.
And Dwayne says it's the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars.
Okay.
The hockey playoffs are going on.
They are.
And in both those cases, those are 2 threes, and they're tied 2-2 on both sides. So Avalanche already moved on, swept the Kings. Wonderful, wonderful series.
Kings lost?
Yeah, Kings lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Got swept?
Yeah, swept. What do you know? Sabres will beat the Bruins. They're up 3-1 in that.
Do you think when the Kings are knocked out of the playoffs, they go and have dinner with the Sacramento Kings?
I think they might. I think they actually might. Go hockey. Baseball fired Alex Cora.
Baseball
and by baseball, I mean
the sport did.
Yeah, the entire sport said, we're done with you, Alex. I mean, look, man, it's Boston. It's Boston, and that's a respectable job. Yeah, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
They're not Bostoning.
They are not. I am not a fan. By the way, 620 and 541. Won the World Series with Boston in 2018. Been back to the playoffs twice, including last year. They lost the wild card, so kind of the playoffs. And then in 2021, they lost in the AL Championship Series to Houston. I would like to remind everybody that on November 13th, 2019, it was reported that Alex Cora, along with Carlos Beltran, played a key role in the Astros sign-stealing scandal during their time with the team. Cora was interviewed, offering with the Red Sox full cooperation. The Athletic published a report alleging that the 2018 Red Sox broke baseball rules by using a video replay room during the regular season. MLB found that Cora was the only non-player involved in the whole thing. Commissioner Rob Manfred deferred any discipline for Cora until the conclusion of the separate investigation. Yeah. So.
That was 2019?
2019.
Altuve still gets booed. We're 7 years later.
That's my thing. Like,
and he's the only one left from,
And he was rehired as the Red, because by the way, they let him go shortly after he was suspended for the remainder of the playoffs. And then he was rehired in 2020 on a 2-year deal. But, like, I never understood. It's either Jose Altuve gets too much crap, which but, like, that to me is just one of the weirdest things. Like, Pete Rose bet on baseball. Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame because of the cream and the clear. Neither is Ellis. Like, you look at what it's one of the reasons. Honestly, it's one of the things that I think kind of goes to the very root of my increasing issues with baseball over the years. Is I think it's just the absolute hypocrisy that coming out of a strike, McGuire and Sosa saved the sport.
Right. And they highlighted what they were doing. Chicks dig the long ball, according to Tom Glavine in his Nike commercial. Sosa and McGuire practically looked like porcupines with all the needles sticking out of them, but we didn't care. And one of the most iconic moments in modern baseball history is shortly after 9/11 with Sammy Sosa hitting a home run, carrying the flag around the bases. Like, they were responsible for some major ratings and moments. And then they just get tossed aside when baseball fully knew about Balco, Victor Conti, and everything going on. And then you fast forward years later, a team won a World Series based on cheating. They won a World Series based on cheating. And one of the guys that was actively involved in that same type of cheating was rehired as a manager, now is fired. It's like, well, he was 10-17. Yeah, also a cheater. But that's not why he was fired, and he'll probably be back in baseball. I don't have anything personally against him, but can we just level the playing field a little bit? Which would be what?
I would like to see Roger Clemens, Alex Rodriguez, Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds, who, with or without steroids, would have still been Rafael Palmeiro, some of the greatest players of all time. The Hall of Fame has full-blown racists in there. People that have all kinds of crazy views. They have cheaters. I want to see, starting with Shoeless Joe Jackson. I want to see those guys all put if I was commissioner tomorrow, see you, Rob, I put Jackson, I put Rose, and I put all the roid guys that deserve into the Hall of Fame. And you know what? Call it a different wing. Say, whatever. It's part of baseball's history. It's part of their history. It's there. If you want to put them in there in the cheater wing or whatever, fine. If that makes you feel better, at least put a little pall over their shoulders. But baseball got all the benefits from them, all the benefits from those guys,
and they got none.
And they got none.
None.
Yeah, but I'm just
at the end.
In the end, they get blamed, and where's baseball's punishment for it then? Right. Anyway, so Alex Cora was fired. Mike Tomlin, we talked about this a little bit last week, back in the NFL as a studio analyst for NBC. He'll join the big Sunday night show.
Yeah, how do you think he'll do in that role?
I don't know, because I enjoy his press conferences, and I know that he has personality, but there's a difference between like press conference and coach personality and then like broadcaster personality.
Yeah, he comes off a little bit not rough, but like straightforward.
Yes.
And that's fine, maybe from the coaching perspective. And maybe it can be, and maybe he can incorporate that in some way with his personality on the studio. But, you want some form of entertainment as well.
Yeah, you do. And you need that. I look, I think that a lot of football fans, because Tomlin is very well respected, I think there's a lot of football fans that will say, okay, you know what? I don't need Stephen A. I don't need Skip Bayless. I don't need shoot it to me straight, Mike, and give me the X's and O's, and he'll fill that role beautifully. I love Mike Tomlin as a coach. But it will be interesting. He was on NBA on NBC during a break, and they spoke about football night in America. And here's a little clip of what he had to say. And by clip, I mean, let me unmute my Twitter. And hey, here's a little clip of Mike Tomlin.
Miss you, but I can clean up from time to time. I got a small wardrobe. I'm working on it, though.
I love it. I'm curious, though. When did you have the blink moment? You always say don't blink. But you had to have a moment when you think about your 19-year career and decide that it was time to walk away and go on to something new. When was that for you?
It's probably not an overnight decision, but it's probably not something that I could articulate or share with people. There's a loneliness with leadership. I just thought it was a good time for me personally, and by that I mean just where I am in life. And I thought it was a good time for the organization, to be quite honest with you. We didn't have a lot of success in the playoffs in recent years, and there's just some veteran players there, man, guys like Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt and Boswell, man, that I thought that were worthy of the excitement and the optimism associated with new leadership.
Yeah, and so...
Never mind, he's going to do great. I think he's going to do great.
That was a great line. There's a loneliness in leadership.
He has so many Tomlinisms.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's Yogi-esque, but he has some quotes that are, well, his own. I think Mike, I think Mike Tomlin's going to do great. Here we go, Jason. It's not about what you're capable of. It's about what you're willing to do. Excuses are tools of the incompetent. We don't live in our fears. We live in our hopes. I'll tolerate you until I can replace you. That's my favorite. The standard is the standard. If our team doesn't face enough adversity early on in a season, I create it. Nothing builds a team like adversity. People aren't very good listeners by nature. Part of being a good communicator is recognizing and understanding that and trying to make the complex simple. I try to capture a concept, an idea, or a moment in a few words. If they remember it, job done. That's a lot of words. Anyways, here's what I say, Jason. I think the floor for Mike Tomlin is he's an average and not spectacular analyst. Mm-hmm. I think the ceiling for Mike Tomlin is one of the great TV analysts football has ever seen.
Okay.
I think that's his ceiling. I think if he can continue to marry his personality and his knowledge and just simply be able to get it out on the speeding merry-go-round that is play-by-play and studio, and well, not play-by-play, but the studio with 3 years. If NBC does it right and they set him up correctly, it's like watching a prospect. Like, we could see something. We could be seeing something really special here with Tomlin, but a couple things are going to have to happen. I'm excited.
I want to see that.
I'm excited. We'll take a break. When we come back, the NBA playoffs, the Western Conference, we'll talk about that at the top of the hour. Let's go around the diamond, though, next. The Athletics. Woo! First place Athletics, and maybe we mention a former Athletic as well next.
San Francisco is wheeling and dealing on draft weekend, sending linebacker D. Winters to the Cowboys in exchange for a 5th-round pick with multiple positions of need to address on defense. Could more moves be coming from the 49ers front office? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the sound of Jack buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Did you try my Colombian tamales? They're delicious.
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt. Can you pass me a straw?
You mean a pitillo?
Tamales deserve Pepsi.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
The 49ers and Raiders have completed their 2026 draft classes. Did San Francisco answer its most pressing roster questions? Have the Silver and Black surrounded their new franchise guy with enough help in year one? Tune into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for up-to-the-minute NFL draft insight. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
1988 through 1994 is the greatest 6-year period for movies in history.
What?
Agree or disagree?
I'll go disagree.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just feel like that's too narrow.
I know that this conversation.
What are the 5 best?
I know that this conversation gets out of whack sometimes. I'm just going from a pure entertainment point of view. Now, again, that's also subjective.
Yes,
and I admit that.
I don't think you could say greatest film era ever without any of the Fast and Furious movies taking place.
Clearly.
I was looking at the Oscar nominees, right? And I'll ask you, Jay, I was having this conversation with a friend over the weekend. Because I feel like Chris would get this because he's a movie hound, like a real, even more than you and I probably. Can you name for me since 2020, if I were to say to you, how many Best Picture winners could you name?
Oh, I can't name any.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Parasite.
Parasite.
I would say that was 2019.
You're correct, 2019. Nomadland, Coda, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Oppenheimer, Anora, and then One Battle After Another. By the way, I
saw 3 of those.
I'm not in any way trying to disparage those movies.
One of those.
But something weird has happened. I just, real quick, you can go earlier than it, but I'm just going to give you the nominees for a few years, okay? Rain Man, Dangerous Liaisons, Mississippi Burning, Driving Miss Daisy, Born on the 4th of July, Dead Poets Society, Field of Dreams, Dances with Wolves, Awakenings, Ghost, Goodfellas, Silence of the Lambs, JFK, Unforgiven, A Few Good Men, Scent of a Woman, Schindler's List, The Fugitive, Forrest Gump, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show, Shawshank Redemption, Braveheart. Like, that's an insane roster. Is it getting older and out of touch? Is it tastes have changed? I'm just asking, like, or is there absolutely no comparison between the movies that are nominated now and win and the movies that are nominated and won back then, as far as just from a pure, like, classic, rad, entertaining movies?
Well, also, I think partly the movie-going experience isn't the same.
Agreed.
So
and the economics have changed.
Agreed.
But I also think their lens at what they're looking at, I mean, way more, artsy's not the right way to put it, less mainstream, and I don't know if that's fair
I
or
think
not.
you're right. You either have superhero movies.
Right.
Yes.
Science fiction / cartoony / spacey movies, or you have and the broadcast news is, and I don't know,
Netflix.
Yeah.
And so does that, but some of these Netflix shows or movies are still getting nominations and whatever. Wouldn't you think we have more access to these movies now than we did before? You used to have to go and pay and go to the movie theater and watch it or get it on a VCR or whatever. Now you can just sit on your ass and watch. You'd think that people would have more access and watch more movies. Is it just the market's too flooded?
Yeah, and what gets turned down now?
That's what I think's happening. I think a lot of those movies now, like, could you make a Shawshank Redemption or a Driving Miss? Well, could you make a lot of these movies today? Would Dances with Wolves get? And I know a lot of people think that's a brick. Just a long slog of. I love that movie, but it's definitely it's a commitment. Like it's 3+ hours.
Not a comedy.
Not a comedy in any way, shape, or form.
I didn't find it funny.
Neither was Schindler's List. Neither was Braveheart. Like, these are dealing with...
That is kind of funny.
Braveheart?
Yeah.
I hated Braveheart.
There's a mooning scene in Braveheart.
Hilarious.
Okay, the one crazy Irish guy is pretty funny. I will give you that.
It's mine.
What happened? Where are those... And are we going to get it back?
Personally, how I feel like back then, studio heads' main objective was to make the best movies that they can. And the idea is if you make the best movies that you can, then you'll make the most money possible. It feels now that what they want to do is make the most money possible. And if it happens to be a good movie, that's great.
Did you happen to see this? Yeah, it's in 2026, I believe. The movie The Rip.
Nope, never even heard of it.
Okay, perfect.
Jason told you about it.
He did?
Yeah,
he told us about it.
Perfect example.
Oh, no, hold on. Wait, hold on. It's the one you enjoy. It had, there was a couple actors. Oh, yes. It was Netflix. Was it Matt Damon, Ben Affleck? Yeah,
so
okay.
That's fine.
I did hear of it.
But that, to me, is a move. That's a blockbuster 1980s, 90s, 2000s movie that went to, and it was good. It was a good movie. It was entertaining, but it's packaged differently already. Like that's one, hey, summer blockbuster, Christmas time, The Rip, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
And instead it was Netflix. And again, doesn't mean it was any worse, any better. It was good. But it's just packaged differently now.
So.
But that would have been, those are two major stars. And it just went to Netflix.
So like Good Will Hunting, I mean, I know I'm going
same idea now. Like if that's
what if that was on Netflix now?
Right. Wouldn't that? I mean, that's my point.
Yeah. Is it maybe because it takes away? I think you're onto something. Like it takes away the pomp and circumstance of going to the theater and the big theater release and all that. Because I know that, like, the Odyssey's coming out this summer, and that's shaping up to be like a good old-fashioned Hollywood blockbuster summer movie. That's how it used to be, right? Like, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade comes out in June. You know, all the good, like, big blockbustery Spielberg movies come out in June, summer, and then you'd have, like, the secondary ones at Christmas.
Right.
You got Doomsday coming out, the Avengers and all that, but my goodness gracious, man. I don't know. It's just something I wanted to talk to you guys about over there because I was like, God, it is different now.
It is.
And I don't watch them, and I see the best. We watch the Oscars every year, and the game now is not like, oh, hey, I saw all the. It's, do I even know these movies?
Right.
And then it's like Fred Flintstone Gets a Hickey is nominated for it. I don't know. I've never saw it before.
Is that the sequel to Miss Piggy?
It is, as a matter of fact. The A's, 2 of 3 in Texas. Jason Ross. Those guys, they played each other 7 times in the last under a month. They just keep kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, that's okay.
A's
taking 2 of 3, put them in first.
A's coming away with a victory.
Now they get to host the Royals this week and the Guardians.
Yeah, and hopefully it goes better because last time, you know, they had the one that really sticks out to me is they're going into Seattle and winning that series. They're going into Texas and they're winning that series. Then how the hell the White Sox come in and take 2 of 3 from them?
Yeah,
and almost sweep them.
Right,
almost sweep them. By the way, I would like to see some of that consistency or some consistency. The Royals, by the way, are 11-17. Then who was the other one you said?
Guardians.
And the Guardians. Well, Guardians are, you know, they're 15. They're kind of AZ right now. Like the say what you want. The AL's kind of weird right now. You have the Yankees at 18-10. The Rays are 16-11, and those are the only 2 teams in the East that are above 500. But they also both have the best records in the AL, first and second. The Detroit Tigers and Guardians are tied for first place in the Central at 15-14. And the A's and the Rangers and the Mariners are all separated by a game and a half, with the A's being 15-13. There seems to be, you know, even the Royals being in last place in the Central, they're 3.5 back. The Astros being last in the West, they're 4.5 back. And then you juxtapose that with like the Mets and the Phillies being 10.5 back in the East and not playing well at all. The Mets lost 12 in a row. I think they won the 1 game, and now they've lost 3 more in a row. Who the hell is the manager of the Mets? Am I blanking on that?
Oh, man.
Right? I should have that in my head right now. New York Mets manager. Carlos Mendoza. What are we doing?
Losing a lot.
I mean, it's at what point is it like, okay, because he goes 89-73-24, 83-70. I mean, above 500 in both years, fine. But at what point are you looking at them going, okay, you're 9-19, you've lost 15 out of 16, you have the second highest payroll in the league, and it ain't close. It's the Dodgers, then the Mets, and then pretty much everybody else. He's got to be on the big-time hot seat.
That seat's got to be very, very warm with all the money they're spending, you're right, and the pressure they have.
Yeah.
Yep.
My goodness. Speaking of the A's, former A. Mason Miller.
Oh, my goodness. What a start for him.
You know the key, don't you?
What's the key?
He got rid of that dumb Nickelback song.
Oh, did he?
What are they using?
He's doing some corn song.
Oh, he is. Are you ready, isn't it? Are you? It's not what it's called, but it's where he goes, are you ready? And then he comes out and does his thing.
So he's ready.
Apparently he was not ready before. His scoreless inning streaks, Jason, is up to 34 2/3 innings. He has now pitched 34 2/3 scoreless innings going back to last August. He is effectively unhittable right now. And they're already, Jason Ross, they are already starting to talk about, like, could he be a Cy Young Award winning candidate?
He set a Padres record, right? For
yes,
scoreless inning streak.
Yes, he did, as a matter of fact. Here is a brief as we go to break. Here's a little bit of his opening song here.
It's time for Mason Miller.
They turn off the lights. That's what everybody does now. It's pretty cool. Lights down. Guitar hits. Lights come on. I'll just give it to the "Are you ready" part. It's pretty good.
That is good.
It's actually pretty good. It's not, huh?
I will say, as great as these closer entrances are, I'm still like a sucker for Ball 4 with the A's and Metallica.
I mean, look.
Not Enter Sandman?
No.
I was just going to, well, okay, so you got Trevor Hoffman with Hell's Bells. You got Grant Balfour with Metallica 1. Why am I blanking on Enter Sandman? Who was that?
Some loser.
So you got Mariano Rivera, obviously. So if it's the Mount Rushmore.
See, but all of those, like all except for one, like it's the song, and with Balfour, it was the
the fan. It was the crowd and the song. But yes.
And the song.
So I would say it goes, Mount Rushmore goes in no particular order. Balfour, Rivera, Hoffman, and then obviously
Edwin Diaz?
Nope. And not Mason Miller, Ricky Vaughn with Wild Thing.
Dork.
That movie was in that time frame.
It was. So was Field of Dreams. So was Bull Durham. Something in the water.
Dork.
You're dork.
Angels in the Outfield.
By the way, if you go back and watch Major League when Ricky Vaughn comes in, it's really fun to actually watch the crowd. They don't know the words. They're trying to sing along to Wild Thing, but they don't know the words.
Wow, new song.
We'll take a break. The NBA playoffs, Western Conference underway, second half of the program, and we'll get to all of that next.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Save $10 on a pair of Bosch Focus wiper blades. Our professional parts people will even install them for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
We are fortunate in Northern California to have weather that allows us to play golf year-round. On the other hand, that's a lot of time to be exposed to the sun's harmful rays, so just remember to apply the sunscreen. Experts say that SPF 30 blocks 97% of the UVB rays that cause sunburn, and you should apply sunscreen at least every 2 hours. So put it on before you play and reapply at the turn. Apply it evenly and thoroughly. When you use a spray, don't step into the spray because you won't be putting it on evenly. We all tend to get our arms, legs, and face, but make sure you apply to your ears, neck, hands, and scalp, and don't forget the backs of your knees. And make sure you check the expiration date. Experts also say the sunscreen that works is the sunscreen that you actually are going to put on your skin. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. According to MC, there was a 3.0 earthquake in Bandon, Oregon this morning, just before the show started.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully everyone is okay. Jason?
Yeah.
You had nothing to do with that.
I had nothing to do with that.
Okay. Just making sure.
As far as I know.
As far as you know. Sean Doolittle, Metallica's For Whom the Bell Tolls, is a nominee as well. Someone would like to know what my Mount Rushmore is of Mount Rushmore lists. It's a good summer question. And 15-1 odds currently on Mason Miller, by the way, winning with Cy. That's difficult.
You ever been to Mount Rushmore?
I haven't. South and North Dakota are two states. I've been to almost all of them. I'm pretty much missing those two, Alaska, Tennessee, and then like
the Northeast.
The most. I've been to Massachusetts, but I haven't done like Vermont and New Hampshire and all that crap.
So you think you're over 35 or about that? 30-ish? Because I think I'm around 35.
Well, you've done a lot of traveling with the team, especially. Let's take a look, Jason. Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas. Does driving through count?
No.
No.
Okay.
I think you have to have a meal on the state.
Okay.
A meal or a night stay.
That's fair. Okay. California, Colorado. I don't think I've done Connecticut or Delaware. Nope, did Delaware. Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine. I did eat there, Bangor, Maine. Had a lobster roll. Maryland, Mass. We went to Detroit on the RV trip. Michigan, Minnesota, lived there. Mississippi. I don't think I've been to Missouri. I lived in Nebraska and I haven't been.
Don't worry about it.
Montana last summer. Nebraska, lived there. Obviously, Nevada. New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Arizona, Pennsylvania, not Rhode Island, South Carolina, not South Dakota, not Tennessee, Texas, Utah, not Vermont, Virginia, Washington, not West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. I've been to 41.
Wow.
41. Knocked out a lot of those on the RV trip.
Yeah.
But haven't done. I kind of want to do the whole New Hampshire.
Wait, you stayed in Idaho?
When my cousin Gabrielle went to Washington State, we went to Moscow, Idaho, and tooled around there for a while.
That's right next to Eastern, like Washington,
yeah. But North and South Dakota. Although I don't know why I would go to North Dakota. No offense to North Dakota. What the hell is in North Fargo? What the hell do you do there?
Grand Forks.
Would love to go to Alaska. Alaska is probably number one.
The one that you want to that you haven't been to.
Yeah, the one that I really, really want to. Although I do think there's something about like the whole fall northeastern seaboard type of thing sounds really cool. Boston was I finally did Boston a few months ago, and I was blown away. I really was blown away. I thought it would just basically be like northern New York. It's like clean and beautiful, and obviously I didn't go to every part of Boston, but I was, in the Boston-y part, and you're just I'm walking down the street, oh, here's Patrick Henry's house. There's Ben Franklin's restaurant that's been open since whatever. Oh, there's the place that was Cheers, but it's not Cheers.
That's pretty good. It's a lot more than I thought you would have been to.
Yeah, the RV trip.
Yeah,
definitely helped with that. But yeah, I don't know. Are you gonna? Is it ever gonna be a thing on your list in your life? Do you think where you're like, you know what? Because you RV, you like to RV.
I do.
Are you ever gonna try to knock out all 50? You think in your life?
I think I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just if they're not.
I mean, Alaska would be like that one you have to make the trip. The others I think are possible just based on driving, or there's a few others that probably I just can't believe I haven't hit yet, but they just haven't. I don't know. Everything.
I've seen most of the country I went to.
Really?
What state have you not been to that you'd like to go to?
Yeah, Chris. Great question, Jason. Great question.
I guess New York or Massachusetts.
You've never been to New York?
No.
That's surprising. Really? On purpose, or just haven't gone there?
Haven't gone there.
Do you have like an aversion, or you just haven't?
No.
That would be, I think, a one. You do these little, like when you went to Idaho or whatever. Like, do a New York trip, man. I think they still have. I don't know about the pricing, but up until recently, they had a red eye out of Sac direct to New York. I want to say it was like $120 each way on JetBlue. I don't know if they still do that, or if they do, I think it's only. It used to be nightly. Now I think it might be once or twice. And weirdly enough, there are some hotels you can stay in New York that are not that expensive.
I'm not staying at the big hotel.
Yeah, yeah. Stay at the I think there was a Hilton Garden Inn on Times Square that we stayed at for like $130 a night.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't bad. And then you can get around, just get a little subway card for the weekend.
The funny thing about New York, I mean, I've been several times, but it's always, like Manhattan, Times Square, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people that live there, and you see the people that live there that are in like high rises and all that.
Yes.
But I've just never been to like the suburbs of New York. I just think there's so
I
many
haven't
people.
either. You're right.
And that's what happens when you go to a lot of the cities. It's like, I went to but you're like in the city.
Yeah, Manhattan.
Yeah.
I've done, man.
I've gone to Vegas.
Yeah.
There's people that live all around, but you're in the.
That would be a strange trip. Like, I'm gonna stay in Staten Island, or I'm gonna be in Long Island.
Right.
Gross.
I don't know. Maybe.
A city. I've been to Florida. I've not been to Miami. I'd like to go to Miami. You do not like it. Why?
Sun.
Well, first off,
humidity.
I hate the weather.
Cost.
Secondly, he's correct.
Water, the beach.
Everything is through the roof there.
I'm sure.
Thirdly, the traffic is insane in Miami. Fourthly, it's always hot and sticky. And fifthly, I don't know.
That's 4 pretty good ones.
Yeah, it's just, I'm not saying don't go. Was that on or off? Okay. I'm not saying don't go, but honestly, my interest there, because I'm not a huge fan of Florida, let's be honest. Just every time I go there, I get sick. It's weird. I don't know. But I would like to go to Key West. I think that'd be kind of dope to drive down. It'd also be kind of scary. But when you're driving down, you're surrounded by ocean for like miles, and you drive. I feel like the people down there.
Me in the back seat. This is where they film True Lies.
I think the lifestyle down there has got to be pretty unique.
Yeah,
it's got to be pretty unique to live on You're just like those little tiny islands off of near New Orleans, down there in Louisiana. Like you can only get there by ferry. Like, what goes on there?
Right.
Fishing,
crabbing,
and crabbing, and what? What the hell is going on in deep South Louisiana? I don't know, but some people like it. De'Aaron Fox had a huge game in Game 4. Beat the Blazers. San Antonio up 3-1 in that series. Jason, do the Blazers have a chance?
No.
Okay.
I think it's over.
I agree with you. Does the Phoenix OKC series even go 5?
No, I think that ends tonight.
Okay.
4-0 work by the Thunder, which again, okay, let me ask you this to kind of relate it to the Kings.
Yes.
Would you have taken the Suns this year for the Kings?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I thought so.
Nope. Absolutely not. You play to win the game. Okay.
No, not even that.
No, but I'm saying that some people are going to be like, well, who can you say that? They're in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, the argument would be, so if we do the comp, yeah, they made the playoffs. So they checked that box. They got through. They lost their first play and won the second. They got the playoffs. They're playing the Thunder. They'll likely lose in 4. Let's even give them a win. They lose in 5. We're being nice. They'll pick later than the Kings.
Yep.
They'll go into the year predicted to probably be better based on this last year.
Uh-huh.
But will they be better long term? That's the answer. We'll have to wait and see.
No, I don't think so, because I think they are.
They could be a one-year wonder. Like they were surprising to me this year.
And I think part of the reason they were surprising, and they were surprising to me too, I'm with you, was just because how terrible they were last year. I was like, how are they getting out of this one? I give them credit for that.
Absolutely. I mean, you have Durant, to have Beal, to have Booker. They were considered to be one of the better teams, and they had a terrible year. They lose Durant and Beal, and it's like, yeah, they're going to be worse.
And they're still paying Beal $20 million for the next 3 years. Oof. I look at the Suns and I go, okay. It's a complicated question, but I think it's actually a relatively easy one if you get past the nuance. Like, on one hand, how could you possibly want the Kings year over the Suns year? The Suns made the playoffs. The Suns were above 500. The Suns won more games than they lost. The Suns had all these great high moments. The Kings slogged through an entire season. Like, how could you possibly say that? And here's how I would possibly say that. I would rather have a team where I literally didn't have anybody on the roster and had to start with a lottery pick this year than have the Suns. I would rather start from scratch, because I look at the Suns and I go, there is no world where that is a championship contender. Most of their players are locked in for multiple 2-3 years after this one. Yes, they can make trades. Yes, they can luck out in the lottery. And yes, they're probably a bigger free agent destination. Yeah. I also don't trust their owner.
But wouldn't you say, it just as a pushback, if you were the Kings or a team that's kind of trying to do this through the lottery, you're trying to find a Devin Booker, and they already have him? I mean, that's what you're looking for. I know you're probably thinking even greater, but he's a really good player.
He's an excellent player.
But that's what you're looking for in the lottery, is like a franchise guy, and they've got one.
I think
now he's already there and he's being paid.
Yeah,
and like you're past the, hey, he's the franchise guy. That's not the question.
Yes.
It's just, how far can we go with this guy?
That's my point, and that's really where, like, when people hear me say things like I wouldn't touch Trae Young or Ja Morant with a 10-foot pole, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, look at their numbers, look at their careers for the most part. Like, and with Devin Booker, it's a little. I have a lot of respect for Devin Booker as a player. I think he is a phenomenal perennial all-star player. But when you say that, for me, I have a very, very simple rule in my head, which, by the way, could be wrong. My rule is this: the player I'm looking for is the player that can be the best player on a team that can contend or win a championship. Now, the Suns were in the finals a couple years ago. Up 2-0. So,
but Chris Paul,
right,
Ayton,
right,
Bridges, I believe was on that team.
Yeah, you're correct. I don't know that Devin Booker can be the best player on a championship team.
But if the thought is like, okay, let's keep using Booker, but then they found the other right pieces.
Sure.
Could they do that again, as opposed to like the Kings in this year, they draft Caleb Wilson. We've identified that he's a Devin Booker-esque type franchise guy. He's still going to need the other. They need the other pieces to make it get to you to where you're talking about to be a championship contender.
Well, that's ultimately the thing, isn't it? Is you look and you go, okay, well, look at the Devin Booker Suns finals team that was that close. Look at the Mavericks finals team with Luka Doncic. Mm-hmm. But I think that almost kind of helps make the point too, is that you either have to be such an absolute anomaly and you're surrounded by defenders, or you have to have that as part of your bag. Devin Booker's not a defender. Mm-hmm. Nikola Jokic isn't a defender.
Yeah, but he did the title.
But Jokic was such an anomaly, so way beyond the scale when it comes to the offensive numbers. And by the way, he had Bruce Brown. He had Aaron Gordon. I think they had Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I could be wrong. There was somebody else, I think. So, Michael Malone and Tim Conley did a great job at surrounding him with what he needed. Well, what about Steph Curry? Steph can't play defense. You're damn right he can't. But Steph Curry won his titles with Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, one perennial Defensive Player of the Year nominee, and another one who was one of the best perimeter defenders in the game in his prime, backing him up. You have look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's not Mr. Defender, but yet he's active in the passing lanes, leads the league in steals damn near every year, but he also has that defense behind him. That's my thing with Booker. If Booker is a guy that wins a championship, I feel like the only way that can happen, you have to construct a team behind Devin Booker that can make up for his defensive liabilities. And I don't know where so again, but then when you look at even the NBA playoffs right now, here's where a lot of people are going to roll their eyes. Situations, I would take the Kings situation ahead of theirs. The Suns.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the Lakers and Rockets alone. Dave loves LA. Dave loves it. That's a deeper combo. I don't know, but probably not. I'm not the Spurs or the Trailblazers. I'd rather be in their positions. I'd rather be in the Spurs, Trailblazers, Thunder's positions.
So why the Blazers? Why are the Blazers different than Phoenix?
I
understand the Spurs.
No, totally. And it's a great question about the Blazers. So with the Blazers, I like how the Blazers and Hawks are both very similar to me.
Because you don't think they can win a championship.
I do not think, as constructed, the Trailblazers can win a championship. I do not. But I do think the Trailblazers are a team right now that has filled – they have enough good youth and good young up-and-coming talent that I sit here and I go, okay, Scoot Henderson seems like he's starting to figure it out. He's still 22 years old. I'm really high on Shaedon Sharpe. He got hurt this year, but you saw the game in parts yesterday. If that guy can just figure out his outside game, which I think he can at some point, his athleticism is off the charts. I love Denny Avdia. I love Kamara, and I love Donovan Clingan. I don't think that team as constructed can win a championship. By the way, part of that's the Spurs and the Thunder, but that aside. But I do think you can add a player in there that could win a championship. I do. I do think the way they are constructed offensively and defensively, like, can Denny Avdia be the best player on a championship team?
It doesn't feel like it to me.
It doesn't feel like it to me either.
Wouldn't you be closer if you found complementary pieces like the Blazers have with Booker?
Well, I was just going to say, I think if you put Booker on the Blazers instead of, let's say, I know they have Jrue Holiday playing point guard, but just sub that out. Maybe the problem is Jrue Holiday's 10 times the defender Booker is. But I like their youth a lot more than I like the Suns. That would be my main point. Moving on beyond that, I'd rather be I don't like I've said again, they're 2-2 with the Pistons, but I'm not really high on the Magic and the Magic's future. I could be wrong on that one. I could.
2-1?
I'm sorry, 2-1.
Yeah.
Did I say 2-2? Yeah. 2-1. I like the Knicks. I like the Hawks. I'll take the Kings over the 76ers any day of the week.
I can see that.
But that's only because they're at
yeah, they're in trouble.
They're not better than any of those guys.
Right. No, that's not what you're saying.
But I think the road to rebuild is easier. They're closer to that right now. If you agree with me, which you don't have to, that those other teams I mentioned have pretty much hit a ceiling or right around their likely ceiling on this track when it comes to competition. But it just comes down to there are fans, and this is 100% their right. There are fans that would be completely happy with the year the Suns had, even if they get swept.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're winning mid playoffs. Nothing to hold your head in shame about. I think there's fans like me, and granted, I'm kind of a psycho, that I'm just at the point where I'm like, you're winning a championship or you're building towards a championship, and anything beyond that. And that doesn't count the process to winning a championship. But if you're looking at the team's roster and saying this team there's no chance. Right. We're just going to treadmill. I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, and that's where there's a couple teams I'll ask you about that I think are interesting, and maybe they're still in the process of.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, not Alexander Walker. Thank you, Texter. Go ahead.
Houston and Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't think either one can win it.
I don't either.
I wouldn't be in the business of breaking that up. But also, it's like, man, what is it going to take to then jump that next level? And Houston might be that point guard spot, which is really, really important. Van Vliet being out is a big deal. But Durant's getting older, all that stuff. And then Minnesota.
Yeah, those are
they've
interesting.
got a lot of good things, including Ant is an absolute stud. But at what point do you just keep kind of.
I stayed away. I think those two are a complete and total conversation on this, which is what we're having. And you've got Anthony Edwards, who's your superstar.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can check that box.
Yeah.
You have Rudy Gobert anchoring the defense. You can check that box. And I like the way Jaden McDaniels plays as well. You have a team that has the ability to play very solid lockdown defense. And it looks like Rudy Gobert has figured out Nikola Jokic about as much as anybody else in these playoff matchups. Their strategy against Jokic so far has been phenomenal, and it's working. And Gobert's getting away half the time with guarding Jokic one-on-one, which no other team in the NBA can do. Here's my thing with Minnesota and why I'm being thrown into it. Because if you'd asked me a couple of weeks ago, I'd say, well, they definitely need another big. I don't know what to do with Ayo Dosunmu. I don't know what to do with that.
Man.
It's not just he had the 25-point game off the bench. Like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, good for him.
And he tops it.
Then he goes 43 off the bench. I don't know what the hell that is. Is it a matchup thing? Did he eat his spinach this week? Or is there something? Is he actually a guy? And it's way too small of a sample size. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what to do with him. And they got little, the Nas Reeds and all that. Like, if you told me there was a team that was going to, in the next 2 to 3 years, be the equivalent of Phoenix or Dallas in the finals, like that type of wow, they came out. My 100% first pick would be Minnesota, because I feel like they have, if they catch a couple of breaks here and there and they heat up, get the right matchup, a couple things will have to fall for them, but I could 100% see them doing that. I just want to look at Dosunmu's.
Crazy.
It is crazy. It really is insane when you look at him. I mean, he's averaging 23 points a game in these playoffs, 43, 25, 9, and 14. Jason, when you look at he averaged 18 points the last month of the season, including a 24-point game. Is that me?
I hear something.
Oh, that was me. Sorry, I thought Chris was playing some
nice little ditty.
But I'm looking at he's got a 20-point game, a 24. Here he had a 28-point game against New Orleans in November. There's way too many 20-plus point games in here for me to dismiss this as a total fluke. I just don't know what the hell he is long term. Mm-hmm. And then what was the other team you asked about? It was the
Houston.
Houston. Yeah, we'll have that. That's another combo because That one's a little more complicated. Plus, with Van Vliet, like you said, who the hell knows? We'll take a break. When we come back, let's take a look quickly at the NFL draft recap, what stood out, and then your Niners and your Raiders as well. We'll get to the Eastern Conference playoffs in a half an hour. What's hot, what's not at 8:43. We got a good last hour and a half for you. It starts next.
Fernando Mendoza is officially a Raider. Under mentors like Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady, will the former Indiana star shine in Clint Kubiak's West Coast offense? How close are the silver and black to keeping pace in the AFC West? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
Your Toyota's been through a lot with you. Traffic, rain, potholes, you name it. But it keeps showing up mile after mile. So maybe it's time to give a little back. For a limited time at your local Toyota dealer, get 3 new tires and get the 4th for $1. Because a ride that's always there for you deserves to be taken care of. 3 tires, get the 4th for $1? Go on. Treat your Toyota. Deal ends April 30th. Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Restrictions apply. Toyota and Scion vehicles only. See participating Toyota dealers for details.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Naturewood Home Furnishings, Metro by T-Mobile, and A1 Appliance. More info at CITPFest.com.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
After trading out of the first round, the 49ers finally got on the board, selecting Ole Miss wide receiver Dejon Stribling. With another weapon around Brock Purdy, have John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan put together a Super Bowl caliber offense. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
You know what? You know what's an interesting sports conversation that I have not seen for a while, Jason, or if at all?
What's that?
Nobody ever talks about who is better, Jordan or LeBron.
Oh, I haven't heard that in a while.
Me neither. And it's something that I'm surprised.
It's easy to prove, too.
It really is. Now, separate from that, I know you guys are aware of this guy, but just in case the audience isn't, this is one of our favorite internet videos going right now.
So if this word is break and this word is fast, then this word is break fast? No. Why do you think? It's pronounced breakfast. Oh, okay. Breakfast? Yeah, but why would you help? Because as a Prepley...
Okay, so he's doing an ad, by the way, for a language thing. I did not expect to have, I won't say a compelling argument, but of all the places I would have expected to have an interesting anecdote on the Jordan versus LeBron.
It's from him.
I wouldn't have expected it to be that guy.
So these are the numbers for Jordan, and these are the numbers for LeBron. Well, numbers don't lie. Jordan's better than LeBron. Numbers don't lie. But they also don't tell the whole story. What do you mean? Jordan did this in the 90s. LeBron did this in the 2010s. What does a time period have to do with anything? Everything. Okay, let's hear it. I call it sportsflation. So as time goes on, athletes are continuously outperforming the previous generation, which means as time goes on, accomplishments and achievements become worth less. So Bill Russell's 11 championships are worth less than Michael Jordan's 6. Because if he played in the 90s, he would only have like 3 or 4. And vice versa, if Jordan played in the 1960s, he wouldn't have 6 rings, he would have like 13. But what if today's players played in the 1990s? Russell Westbrook would have 5 MVPs and Kawhi Leonard would be top 5 player of all time. And LeBron? If LeBron James played in the 90s, he would be averaging 40 points a game and have 9 championship rings. I don't know about 9, but the thing is, Jordan dominated his era more than LeBron dominated his era. I totally agree. And if basketball was a math test, LeBron would have scored a 95 and Jordan would have scored a 98. So Jordan is better than LeBron. So Jordan's math test was algebra. LeBron's was calculus.
Is there a point in there? I mean, we've had that conversation, not Jordan LeBron necessarily, but we've had the base conversation before about athletic achievement and how when you look at, for example, when we've talked about sports achievement, at its core, we look at the Olympics. Speed, the ability to jump high and jump far, your basic benchmarks that define pure athleticism. That what the records that were set in the 20s are not the records that were set in the 50s, you just had a guy over the weekend run a marathon in under 2 hours.
Ridiculous.
If you're not, I'm not doing a bit here for those of you not familiar. If you are not familiar with a kid named Gout, become very familiar with this kid named Gout, who at this pace right now, I think he's 16 years old, is ahead of where Usain Bolt was, is just doing insane things as a high schooler, right? All these records get broken. The 4-minute mile was a huge deal when Roger Bannister did it. Now 4-minute mile is pretty standard for these competitions. So this guy's point when he says sportsflation, the further LeBron's era, and you and I can argue defense and contact and football, you can play, I'm not immune to that. But LeBron James, by definition, I'm just taking LeBron, but take any athlete, is doing what he does against far superior. Let me take that back. Superior athletes to when Jordan was playing, and far superior athletes to when Bill Russell was playing. So his final little analogy was Jordan got a better grade in algebra, but LeBron James is not that far behind him, but he's in, calculus. Mm-hmm. Does that hold water?
I think there's something there, but I think the gap needs to be farther removed.
Yeah, I think we said before, like 20.
Or like LeBron to Bill Russell compared to LeBron to Jordan. Like, that is a significant time difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying basically what his argument was Jordan was doing this in the 90s, LeBron was doing this in the 2010s.
Yes.
So we're taking a 20-year separation. So what's the difference between LeBron in 2020, which he did win a title with the Lakers, and Kobe? Like, they feel really close,
I think you're right about that.
And there's a bridge. Like, LeBron started in 2003. Like, Jordan had just, it's not that far removed. I think you need a little bit more time, but I think there's facts behind that about athletes getting bigger, better, stronger, all that kind of stuff.
Can I give you what I think? I think that's a great comparison. I'm going to give you a better one. I think this is a better one, okay? We'll stick with LeBron. LeBron James, let me look here, against the Rockets, just in this series alone. Let me bring up his game log here. LeBron James is averaging 21.5 points, 8.8 assists, 8.3 rebounds on splits of 44, 37, 75. So LeBron James is doing that in 2026. Can you compare that to LeBron James doing that in 2010, in 2008, in 2014? It's like, I feel like it's the same corollary with Kobe, but we can use the same guy.
Yeah.
So by this guy's definition, okay, so early LeBron was doing calculus, and this LeBron's doing calculus too?
Yeah, I mean, he's 41 years old.
Right. So it's not just it. Not only is it impressive what he's doing at 41, but then by this logic, do you have to make the argument? Not only is he doing it at 41, he's doing it against better competition than when he came into the league.
Yeah.
Is it far enough for us to be able to say, as much as it's going to hurt you and I to say it, but LeBron James at 41 is playing against better athletes and better competition than when he came into the league in 2003 with our Kings and everything else, that players today are better. I feel like they are.
Yeah, but he's bridged. Yeah, he's been in all that. It just feels like maybe even if we went LeBron to Bird, that feels farther away.
Yeah, it does. And how would Bird do today?
You know, that's doing, let's see, Tom Brady to Brett Favre as opposed to like Tom Brady to, I don't know, Dan Marino or something. I just think you need a little bit more time. I think he's right in the premise, but
I think he's right in the premise. I'm with you. I think the one factor that's noisy in these conversations, though, is how does LeBron's body hold up? Is he playing at 41 if his rookie year was 85? And he's taking the kind of physical abuse that he would be taking. That being said, it's not like LeBron is tiny. But is part of LeBron's longevity, which is a lot of what his numbers are based on, is just totals, is part of LeBron's longevity the fact that he plays in an era where it's far, far less physical. You're taking far, far less damage.
Well, and it's also, you know, how has the game changed? Like, it's stuff we even joked about before. Like, in the last 25 years, one of the most dominant big men we've ever seen was Shaq.
Yes.
Would Shaq be asked to shoot threes now? It's like, oh, you got to stretch the floor. It's like, wait, what are we doing?
I mean, you can ask him. I don't.
But I mean, but who is a bit like Victor Wembanyama? You would go, oh yeah, get in the paint. No one's ever going to stop you in there.
Right.
He shoots threes. Jokic shoots threes. Embiid shoots threes.
Yes.
These are the best big. Sabonis shoots threes. These are the best big men right now, physically imposing big men. Karl Anthony Towns, like these guys can all do it, but the game's played differently. Like Shaq, I don't know if he would be asked to do that, but he might.
I think
because who just dumps it to the post? Get out of the way. Dump it into the post and get out of the way. They don't do that anymore. So if Shaq came in now, does that happen? If there's the next whatever Shaquille O'Neal is, a 7'4" athlete that's a bully inside, is that guy going to be asked to shoot threes? And I know that's bigger than Shaq, but I'm trying to make someone bigger than him.
No, I'm with you. I think to your point, I think up until maybe 2000, but certainly the 80s and before, if Victor Wembanyama played or Joel Embiid played and
they're on the perimeter.
If they shot a three, the coach would make them run laps. They'd take them out of the game.
There's a center. There's a power forward.
That's right.
Now it's like, yeah, we have four, but like, can you stretch? Can you can you create either shoot threes or create the space for your guards?
You have a center that averaged a triple-double this year.
Yeah.
Are you saying that the NBA has slowly morphed into almost a positionless basketball?
Yeah, I mean, Kareem. Okay, welcome to the league. That's skyhook. Unguardable.
Right.
But get out to the arc.
Skyhook it from the three-point line. Okay, I wonder if he could.
He probably could.
As we go to break, one thing that always gets me here. Bill Laimbeer, big bruiser, right? Big bruiser. And he was. Bill Laimbeer was massive. Bill Laimbeer was 6'11", 245.
What's LeBron listed at? Listed
at 6'9", 249. And by the way, I don't see an inch of fat on the dude.
No, LeBron's a tank.
LeBron James.
That's a different. And look at him sprinting and jumping up. Like,
and faster by a long shot. Yeah. Jumps out of the freaking gym. LeBron James if LeBron James was playing in the 60s or 70s, they'd have executed him for being a sorcerer. Yeah. They would have thought he was a wizard.
Yeah, don't handle the ball. Get in the block.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're 100% right. Anyways, the NFL draft was cool. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to what's hot, what's not, and we'll go streaking all after this.
San Francisco is wheeling and dealing on draft weekend, sending linebacker D. Winters to the Cowboys in exchange for a 5th-round pick with multiple positions of need to address on defense. Could more moves be coming from the 49ers front office? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
How about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Net available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Buying golf gear is easy. Buying the right golf gear, well, that's different. At Hagen Oaks, they don't just sell equipment, they fit your entire game. With TrackMan technology in the Player Performance Studio, your clubs are matched to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball that performs best for you. Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio dials in your stroke, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds correct shoe size for your feet. It's a smarter way to play better golf. Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, Chris.
What's that?
Hey. I just was saying, hey, Chris.
Oh, just hi? Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Who's hot?
That would be from the West Sacramento Athletics, Nick Kurtz. I don't know if you know this, but he is currently streaking himself. He has a 16-game walk streak for the A's.
Mm-hmm.
That is an athletic franchise record, and it's the second longest streak by any Major League Baseball player 23 or younger in the modern era, behind only
Nick Swisher.
No.
Ken Griffey Jr.
No. And when you hear modern era, that means 1900s. To now.
Mickey Mantle.
No.
God, they used to not let
Ricky Henderson.
young guys come up.
He did beat Ricky Henderson's A's record.
Who?
Ted Williams, who accomplished a feat with 19 straight in 1941.
Teddy Ball Game. Teddy Ball Game. He's so good. He was.
That's not a great nickname.
Teddy Ball Game.
Teddy Ball Game isn't?
I mean, what is that?
You're such a Yankee fan.
No, but is that a good nickname? You think it's a good nickname? What is Teddy Ball
Well, I
Game?
mean, it's better than Stan the Man.
Is it?
Yes.
But then the man.
Okay.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on Johnny Hustle?
It's not bad.
Hold on.
Oh, that's not bad.
Who's Johnny Hustle?
Johnny Hustle.
Sorry.
I mean, okay, hold on. Pete
Charlie
Rose was
Hustle.
Charlie Hustle, and his name isn't even Charlie.
It could be worse. I could have said he's a home run leader.
Home run king.
The Mick. I mean, come on. Like, at least I'm not trying to stand up for. I'm actually just trying to have the conversation. Like,
Teddy Ball Game.
I'm not. But it'd be like Ted the Head. Like, no.
That's his nickname now.
Shut up. There's no What I'm saying is, at least Teddy Ball Game has some form of creativity in it. I guess.
What does it mean?
Do they even do nicknames anymore? Who are baseball players with nicknames right now? And I'm not talking about like their real first name is, Filbert, and he goes by Bob. Like, I mean, like, you had the Mick, you had Stan the Man, you had Joltin' Joe. Joltin' Joe's pretty good. You had Teddy Ball Game. You had, well, again, Babe doesn't count, because that's just like George Herman.
I think that Juan Soto has the best one.
What's his?
Childish Bambino.
I mean, but is anybody going around being like, hey, just Childish Bambino last night?
You want someone going by the nickname?
I'm saying, like, hey.
Griffey's was a pretty good one.
The Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Was that like, am I missing one since? Like, have nicknames in baseball just kind of, go ahead.
Got a good one.
Oh, well, by the way, I have
one.
the best one, but go ahead. I just
remembered one.
Uh-huh.
What, you think you have the best one?
I think.
As far as nicknames
I think
go.
you'll nod your head and go, okay, when I say it. Go ahead, though.
What league is your player in? Is it baseball?
Baseball.
Okay, I have two from baseball.
Okay.
And they both start the same way.
Okay.
The Big.
Big Hurt. Great nickname.
In Unit.
Big Unit. You know what? Honestly, and
the Big Hurt is a great one.
Big Hurt is great, and Big Unit is really interesting because the guy's name was Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
There's no coincidence that they called him the Big Unit, but also if you're getting, in the gutter there, well, dude, the guy was 6'10". He's a big unit, but also Randy Johnson, which is like Magic Johnson. Right, exactly.
What's yours?
Oh, it's obviously the greatest baseball nickname of all time. It's incredibly obvious, and I'm kind of offended neither of you have even said it yet. The Thrill.
Lame.
Will the Thrill. Will the Thrill Clark, number 22.
Oh, my gosh, you're just lame.
Come on.
Well, then I'll say Big Papi is better than the Thrill.
Big Papi.
See, we've moved Teddy Ball Game down.
I wouldn't put Teddy Ball Game on Mount Rushmore of baseball nicknames.
You would or wouldn't?
Would not.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
What about the Splendid Splinter?
That's a pretty good one.
Was Mattingly Donnie Baseball?
Yeah. Or was he Donnie Ball Game? Or was he Donnie Baseball? Was he?
I don't know. That's weird, too.
Why?
I mean, just like this. He's the whole sport. Here's Jeff Sport. Like, what?
Donnie Baseball, also known as the Hitman.
It's always funny when Jason takes a stand on something that you never think it's like not even on his radar.
It wasn't on my radar. But I'm like, Teddy Ball Game. What kind of nickname is that?
Just the disgust.
Okay, so what about this? So we decided that Babe Ruth doesn't count because Babe is just like, it's George Herman Ruth, and they call him the Babe, right? But what about the Great Bambino? That's a pretty good nickname.
Sultan of SWAT.
Sultan of SWAT. Mr. October.
I need to share something with you guys, and I need to find it.
Who is the Cannon? Hold on, sorry. I'm looking at this list, and it lists the Cannon. Do you guys associate a player with the Cannon?
Raul Mondesi.
Oh, maybe.
Ernie Banks. But wasn't Ernie Banks?
Let's play two.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
There is some film footage of. I think he has a tattoo of a cannon on his arm.
I know, but that was a funny
I didn't expect it.
But there's some. Someone took film in the 30s of Babe Ruth leaving New York, and it's all these kids saying like, "Oh yeah, gee, I sure do wish Babe a good retirement." And it's so weird seeing something that's like 100 years old.
And we don't talk like that anymore.
Are you sure?
Hey, babe.
I can't wait. Teddy ball games twice the player you are.
And they're all wearing those like big old oversized Kangol hats that go over their ears.
They're suspenders.
And like they're dressed casually in their like collared shirt and vest and little pants, slacks that go up to their knees with their long black socks. And then the adults are like, "Say, get inside, hey." When did we stop that? And can we go back?
Okay, I just saw Raul Mondesi's cannon tattoo, and it's
like a low pressure area on the weather report.
It is something.
Whose nickname was The Wall? You're either going to surprise me or I could give you a week, and you literally...
The guy that ran through it in Portland or whatever?
I'll even give you why this guy's nickname was The Wall, according to MLB.com. His nickname was The Wall. It signified his exceptional defensive skills.
Gary Pettis.
Nope.
Devon White.
Nope. Again, I'll give you one more guess, but I literally could give you... I think I could give you all day... to the point where you just start naming off baseball names. The famous The Wall, Barry Bonds.
Come on. That's not real.
That's what I'm saying.
What was his nickname? Did he even have one?
Barry. Yeah, why wasn't he Barry Baseball? Or Barry Ballgame? Barry Ballgame's a great name. What, did Barry Bonds have a nickname?
And then you had the Bash Brothers.
That's a great You had the Pacific Sock Exchange, Giants fans. Kevin Mitchell, Will the Thrill Clark. Oh, Joey Bats. Oh, there's a modern one.
Okay.
Oil Can Boyd, but again, that's like Babe.
Yeah, Dennis.
The Panda.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just reading them now, but we're naming off all these nicknames, and I haven't looked at
Mr. October's really good.
Mr. October's great. I don't know. There was this kid they used to call Say Hey. Kind of missed that one. The Splendid Splinter. Yeah, we talked about that. The Sandman. There you go. A little bit of a modern nickname. Let's see if we're missing any. Oh, Crime Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was from McGruff.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires. I was Smokey the Bear. Wait, what about All Rise? But does anybody ever call? Does anybody say, "Hey, All Rise, can you sign my thing?"
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Judge.
I think Judge is going to do very well with the Yankees this year.
Did you just throw a little New York accent on yeah?
Yeah, because it's a New York kid.
The Wizard. That's a great nickname. Again, does Shoeless Joe Jackson count because we're still using Joe? I think it does. Johnny Hustle, the all-time home run king. Johnny Hustle joins
That's
us.
how you should have introduced him.
What would he have went after first?
He'd have been like, I don't even know what you're doing here.
I appreciate the intro, but I think Barry Bonds and Johnny Hustle have an issue with that. All right. Who's not hot? times.
Cardinals, they got swept by the Mariners, and they actually have the longest losing streak in MLB with 4 because the Philadelphia Phillies have won 2 in a row.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I wasn't expecting it.
2 in a row?
I think he's got a big year.
There's a lot of people sending in Big Dumper. But again, like, is anyone calling?
They do.
Oh, they do call him that? Yeah. Hey, Dumpa!
Yeah.
If he was a Red Sox, it'd be Dumpuh. Hey, Dumpa!
Get him, Dumpa.
Look at it. Hey, look at that Dumpa. It's big. Yeah.
Our nickname's better when it's big.
Big Mac?
Like Lil.
Yeah. Lil, what's a Lil? Lil. There's a lot of rappers named Lil.
Yeah.
But what the hell was Lil Abner a ball player, or was that a show? Well, we'll take a break. I think it was a TV show, right? All right. We'll take a break when we come back. Top of the hour, 9 a.m. Eastern Conference playoffs. We also need to go streaking as well. We'll do that next.
The 49ers and Raiders have completed their 2026 draft classes. Did San Francisco answer its most pressing roster questions? Have the Silver and Black surrounded their new franchise guy with enough help in year 1? Tune into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for up-to-the-minute NFL draft insight. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When the dollar's convertibility into gold ended in 1971, gold was fixed at $35 an ounce. Fast forward to today, and the U.S. dollar has lost over 85% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold has increased in value by over 12,000%. Central banks are buying gold at record levels. Major firms are holding significant positions in gold. And I choose to buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's Dan Bongino, and it all starts with education. Birch Gold just announced their Learn and Earn Precious Metals event. This free online event rewards you for learning the basics of investing in precious metals. Sign up to get free silver on your next purchase if you qualify. And you can get even larger incentives as you go. The more you learn, the more you can earn. But act now. This special event only runs through April 30th, so text my name Dan to the number 989898 to join Birch Gold's Learn and Earn Precious Metals event by April 30th. Text Dan to 989898 today. Message and data rates may apply.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, final hour of the program. And since we still have draft to talk about, we're going to get into the Eastern Conference playoffs. We got to go streaking too, but can't forget this gem. Notice a young Chris Berman here and a young Mel Kiper here.
You got a problem with this move? I think it's a typical Colt move. I mean, here's a team that needed a franchise quarterback. There were two out there. They have a chance at two. They don't take it. They end up coming back into the picture to get Trent Dilfer. They take an outside linebacker, not even a true outside linebacker. Somebody has to learn coverage in Trev Alberts. They have Coriat, they have Harrod. They do have a hole that developed with the release of Dwayne Bickett. But to pass up a Trent Dilfer when all you have is Jim Harbaugh, give me a break. That's why the Colts are picking second every year in the draft, not battling for the Super Bowl like other clubs in the National Football League.
One question, Bill. A lot of criticism about not taking a quarterback here. Your response?
Well, you know, we got a guy up there. Who in the hell is Mel Kiper, in a way? I mean, here's a guy that criticizes everybody, whoever they take. He's got the answers to who you should take and who you shouldn't take. In my knowledge of him, he's never ever put on a jockstrap. He's never been a coach. He's never been a scout. He's never been an administrator. And all of a sudden, he's an expert. He's in our papers 2 days ago telling us who we have to take. We don't have to take anybody that Mel Kiper says we have to take. Mel Kiper has no more credentials to do what he's doing than my neighbor, and my neighbor's a postman, and he doesn't even have season tickets to the NFL.
Bill Tobin, obviously, not going out to dinner tonight.
Well, Chris, I'll tell you, I'm secure in my position. Obviously, Bill Tobin is not very secure in his position to have a response like me. It's a mistake. You cannot go with Jim Harbaugh and pass up Trent Dilfer. Forget it. That's why the Colts are the laughing stock of the league year in and year out.
April 24th. 1994, a day that will live in infamy.
What do you say, 1994?
Yeah.
Well, Tobin was out 2 years later. Trev Alberts played injury-filled football for 3 seasons and retired. Trent Dilfer, Pro Bowler in 97.
Yeah, but
won a Super Bowl ring.
Hang on a second on that. Didn't Indianapolis have like a run with Jim Harbaugh?
They did, and also I think I could be wrong, but didn't they have was that the year they picked Marshall Faulk too, I think? 1994?
No, it would have been like 95 or 96.
Okay.
But still.
I mean, that's the thing, and I do respect it. Look, like there's a couple of worse ones out there. What was it? Merrill Hodge.
Oh yeah.
And was it Merrill Hodge and Skip Bayless going at it because Bayless said that Johnny Manziel was going to be a Hall of Famer or whatever the hell, and Merrill Hodge was like, dude, I wouldn't even, I think he said he wouldn't pick him in the first 2 rounds or something like that. And here we go. Here's
this
the
was great.
These are always fun to watch.
Yeah, 95. By the way, the Colts did go all the way to the conference championship with Jim
Harbaugh.
Yeah, so the very next year.
Okay.
So you are going bust.
If he's a first round, shoot, even not really a top 3 rounds. He's a 5th or 6th round grade. If you have a compensatory pick, grabbed him there, but not in the first round.
I'm sorry, I got a question. Are you saying that Johnny Manziel may not even be worth a pick in the first 3 rounds?
Oh, I wouldn't. The project is so massive. There are so many major flaws.
So what are your thoughts about people who believe he should be the first overall pick in the draft?
Listen, obviously it's not a perfect science, but I think people who would take him in the first round.
I'm saying first overall.
If you took it first overall, I would think that staff would be gone in 2 years, and whoever made that pick would be gone in 2 years. You don't make that pick based on the other players that are available to you. You make that pick, we got to question your evaluating players and their transition and their ability to transition to the National Football League very highly.
Merrill Hodge.
This is the best part.
With all due respect,
Skip Bayless.
You have never, ever been more wrong in your assessment of a football player than you just were about Johnny Manziel. Not only will Houston forever regret if they don't take Johnny with the first overall pick, but he won't be a bust. He's going to be a franchise player. He's going to be a star. He will make Pro Bowls. Cliff Kingsbury, do you know Cliff, or have you crossed his path? Cliff played some pro football. He was Johnny's quarterback coach as a freshman, now the head coach at Texas Tech. When I asked Cliff, will these skills translate to pro football, he chuckled for about a minute at me on the phone. Chuckled. He said, Skip, he's going to be a star.
Really quickly, where should he go then?
Well, not number one. I would
All
take
right.
Khalil Mack in a heartbeat over him, and I wouldn't even sweat about it. And
but who was Mack over? Did it say?
I think it was Clowney.
Clowney. By the way, and this is more of a, I think, insight into our world. Skip Bayless is still getting paid millions a year.
Yeah.
Millions of followers on Twitter. Merrill Hodge was part of a group of ESPN layoffs in 2017, and according to his Wikipedia page, is enjoying retirement. Now, everybody has stinkers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has stinkers, and if you're in the entertainment show business world of sports broadcasting, you're going to have some stinkers where you sound incredibly confident. My issue is Skip's got about 500 of those, yet still there are legions of fans of Skip Bayless, and I don't is it just the presentation? Is it that he's dressing up macaroni and cheese like a Michelin star meal in his presentation? I truly do not know. Anyway, we got to go streaking real quick, and then we'll get to the Eastern Conference playoffs. Chris, if you would, let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking.
All right.
I leave for a week, and Dave goes on a streak.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. You were at 5, and on Friday, you selected Pete Crow Armstrong.
Went a little off base there.
Well, to try to get to 6, he got up 3 times on Friday, and he got you 1 hit.
And that's why I did it, baby. When you're streaking, you're streaking.
You have moved your average up this year to 231, still 3 homers, 7 RBI.
I was below the Mendoza line for a while.
So Dave's now at 6. I was at 1 trying to get to 2. I took Brandon Marsh of the Phillies. He got up 5 times. He got 1 hit.
That's Scott's grandson.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm at 2. And Chris was at 2 trying to get to 3. He took Ernie Clement of the Blue Jays. He got it 4 times, and he got a hit.
Wow, did we all get hits?
Yeah, so Dave is at 6. I'm at 2. Chris is at 3. Look at us.
When does it start? Okay, I know it's not, but have we talked about, when does it start getting serious? Is that double digits?
Yeah, but we're keeping our eye on you right now.
Because you're what are you, 17?
I think it was 16 or 17 last year. Yeah, I can look it up.
Have I can't remember in the street, because now it's the point where I can't remember.
Okay, Ohtani, Witt Jr., Ramirez, Langoliers, Cruz, Pete Crow Armstrong.
I did take Ramirez. Okay. You know what? Don't give me salmon. Don't give me cod. Don't give me tilapia. Give me trout. I don't know why I just did a WWE promo for Mike Trout, but there you go.
It was a bit aggressive.
Give me trout.
He shores. I'm going to take Connor Griffin, the rookie from the Pirates.
Oh, very good. Also, Chris slipping there. Why did that not count as I Love L.A.?
Because I don't have that.
Yeah, the sound. Okay. Trout. I'll be in L.A. in 2 weeks. Yeah. Down in L.A. Hey, is it weird that I'm going down with my wife to pick up Avery and get all her stuff from USC, but the car is going to be so filled that there's only room for 2 people, and I'm flying back Sunday morning?
Why are you flying?
Because they want to do the drive together. She's like, oh, I'll drive. I was like, why don't you fly back? I'll drive. She's like, no, I'll drive. But I feel weird flying back and having my wife and daughter drive back. Somebody has to fly back. And it's not going to be Avery. Screw that. Anyways, is that weird? That's weird, isn't it? Okay, back to you.
Well, one of you could drive down.
I'm driving down with Mel.
I know, but why both of you? Why are you doing that?
Oh, I just don't want her to drive by herself. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be all chauvin-y.
Yeah.
Just, I want to contribute, and plus I gotta I'm gonna be the moose lifting and doing what?
She didn't go.
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, she wants to go.
Okay.
It's a whole weekend.
Yeah.
We're gonna LA around. Dave loves LA. Dave loves it. Basically, she wants to go because there's a Korean barbecue spot we love down there. So
there's the answer.
There's the answer. Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
Chris, who was your pick?
I am going to take Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's Katie's favorite player. She can't say his name without laughing.
Really? Why?
What is this, elementary school?
You'll have to ask her. Why am I doing that? Who does that? Is that like a 50s guy?
Gee, Mr. Carmichael.
Am I calling a horse?
Here, Trigger.
Shh. Right? We've had that conversation before, right? And then we'll get into the playoffs. But we've had that conversation before, right? Like, you see movies, and like a lady or a kid starts crying at something terrible, and then like the man comes in and hugs them and is all, shh. Like, why are you shushing them?
Because they're crying.
But why you're telling them to shut up?
Yeah.
Well, how about just let them cry?
Stop that annoying crying.
Isn't that what you're effectively doing? Shh. Hey, shut up. Right? Why not just hug them?
What's that thing that was on social media? Can you throw cheese on their face? You seen that with babies?
With the babies. It works every time. If you haven't seen it, like,
would that be funny in a movie? They're just crying. Cheese on
but
their
it's
face.
like a 38-year-old woman.
Yeah.
It's like a period piece from the Renaissance. They just slap a piece of craft on their face.
Then she stops.
Right.
I mean, it would be confusing.
It would, because I don't think American cheese existed in the Renaissance.
Stinky.
I'm just saying, if you're ever around someone and they're crying, okay, listen to me. If it's an infant baby that's like having gas or something, like, yeah, you're trying to calm them down. Like, it's okay. Shh. But if it's like an adult or a child that's out of diapers, you're effectively saying, shut up, whiner. Stop crying. How about just hug them? Like in Dumb and Dumber, let it out. Let it all out.
You can't hug and be like, shh, it'll be okay.
I feel like if you
That's
were
rude.
If some horrible tragedy.
Yeah, if I'm crying, I'm crying.
If you're crying, and Jason, I'm giving you a consoling hug.
Watch those hands.
And maybe a couple of squeezes.
I know it.
I'm not.
Stop crying.
I'm not saying shh.
Stop crying.
Would you try and encourage more crying? Is that all you got?
Is that all you? Let it out, Jason. You could do better than that.
You know, my favorite way to deal with someone crying is...
What is that, Chris?
Oh, where, I'm sad. Oh, Pat's leaving. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Too real.
See, it worked.
Way too real.
No, I was crying that day.
From the 408, what if American cheese did exist during the Renaissance, and that's actually where the name for America came from, and nobody realized it?
Well, can we disprove that?
Honest to God, great documentary if that's the case.
How America was made from cheese.
Eastern Conference.
I'm going to believe that.
That's how it happened. Like they landed on Plymouth Rock, and the Native Americans were like, "Look at this is what we have for you. It's actually perfect for burgers and grilled cheese.
Yes.
It's just
they're already wrapped.
already wrapped
Single.
up. They were wrapped in like some skin. It was like sheepskin wrapped American cheese. Well, what do you call it? We call it American cheese. What does the American mean? It's just a name we came up with. Nobody knows. We have a liter of American cheese.
Can I eat the skin?
I like that a lot, and I'm going to choose to believe that.
That cheese doesn't melt that well.
American cheese? Yeah. What are you talking about?
Like when they put it in like the center of like that chili spaghetti, it stays in that square.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, because American cheese, I'll die on this hill. American cheese ultimately is the best cheese for a cheeseburger. I've had blue cheese. I've had all kinds of cheeses. I'm not saying there aren't other cheeses that are good, but it's the best for a cheeseburger, and it's the best for a grilled cheese sandwich.
And you're talking about like the one that's in that single wrap.
I'm talking about Kraft or what, Velveeta.
Have you ever, I'm sure you have,
Yeah.
but like who else makes like Sargento or Tillamook?
Yeah.
That has the single square, but like they're not in the wrap. They're like.
Yeah, the little paper in between, and occasionally you forget.
Yeah.
And find out when you bite in. Yeah, I've got some at home right now. I got some pepper jack. I got some smoked Gouda.
Pepper jack's money.
Now, look, if I'm just eating a cheese raw or on a cracker, American doesn't exist to me.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about melting cheese. I'm talking about like I did it in grits over the weekend. I put a spoonful of grits in, American cheese, grits over it, nice and cheesy.
There you go.
Because you know what else is great about it, too, is like if you do a mozzarella or a Swiss or some of them other cheeses, then when you go to pick your spoon up, there's like 90 strings that come off of it that you got to cut or try to flay around.
See if you can. Yeah.
Yeah, American cheese just melts, dude. And I understand the
You
whole.
like Velveeta.
I do like, well, for certain things. I'm not going to just, that'd be the fattest thing in the world. I'm actually sitting around with a Pepsi and a chunk of Velveeta, just like an apple.
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy.
But if I'm making like a macaroni and cheese and I'm really trying, I've got Velveeta in it.
Okay.
What about when you're not trying?
Then I'll just throw in, whatever. But if I'm really going for it, you put it just, and I don't want to hear it from the it's not cheese crap. Well, you know what? We're in a simulation. None of this is real anyways, idiot.
YOLO.
Eastern Conference playoffs. And, I don't know where we go from here, man. It seems like they're a little bit more wide open. Pistons Magic. Magic up 2-1. That would be a major upset, 8-1 seed. Big time there. And they play tonight. Pistons favored by 3.5 points. The Cavs and Raptors tied up at 2. Raptors with a couple of.
You want the Raptors.
Yeah, damn right I do.
Dave doesn't like Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder.
I am fine with them, although that would be a bonus to not have to hear that. And, of course, whether the Cavs win or lose is not going to be solely because of Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder, but if they win, it would be. I think I read this is the 29th time in the playoffs James Harden has had more turnovers than field goals made.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
6 of 14 for 19 points and 7 turnovers. Yeah. Vintage James. Big game James. Who'd have thunk it?
Right.
By the way, you know what? Just to show you I'm not biased, James Harden is going to have at least one more very good game in this series. As a matter of fact, if we want to go true James Harden, he'll bust 40 in one or two of these, and
Game 5,
and they win the series.
Oh.
But then when we get to the next round of the Eastern Conference Finals, just wait for. We're going to bring it up, so you can't say we were faking and I told you so. There is going to be the inevitable one of two things, and only one of two things with James Harden in the playoffs in an important deciding ultimate game. In the game the Cavs get tossed out of the playoffs in, he will either have one of those 7 of 21 with 8 turnover games, or he'll play 39 minutes and have 5 points on 1 of 3 shooting. It's either he disappears completely, or he just can't hit the side of a barn from the ocean.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both would be hard to do.
Both would be hard to do. Yeah, you see what I did there?
See, look, if they're rooting for Orlando, and it's always be careful who you wish for, because then they could have them in the next round.
Yeah, Cavs or Raptors. Yeah, I mean, if the Raptors and Magic both won their series, then now all of a sudden it's like, well, here you go, Knicks in Boston.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Doesn't it feel like Boston?
It does.
Yeah.
It does feel like Boston. It does feel like Boston. I very much would like to see I really want to see Knicks Pistons though. And then I want to see Pistons. I mean, I'd be fine with Spurs then whatever, but I think the Pistons, I do not want the Pistons out in the first round because I think they make for compelling playoff basketball because they're just so damn physical. They are kind of a throwback. I love Cade Cunningham. And anytime you have beef stew on the floor,
right?
And it'd be funny if nobody knows, if somebody doesn't know the NBA right now, they think that's a funny statement. But he adds that.
There's a nickname.
Huh?
There's a nickname.
It's a great, beef stew's a wonderful, you think anybody ever calls him beef stew though? Yeah. What about kids? Beef stew!
Hey, beef stew. Hey, Mr. Stew.
Hopefully nobody ever calls him beef. You got to go. It doesn't work that way. You can't call him beef, and you can't call him stew.
You need the full name.
Also, what the hell? Oh, because, okay, I get it. I was like, what does it have to do with his name? Well, sorry. I'd go from first to last name. I'm thinking on the fly here. I would love to see the fact that the Celtics, the Knicks, and the Pistons are all, that's like some throwback 90s NBA right there. And by the way, funny enough, if you really want to have fun with it, you can absolutely compare these versions of those teams to some of the 80s and 90s versions of those teams too. Like the Knicks are just really defensive-y. They're not as like crazy physical, but like physical. Of course, as you talked about earlier, Karl Anthony Towns ain't
right.
Jeff Van Gundy ain't going for that in the 90s, nor is Pat Riley.
Welcome back to the 90s.
Which is a more compelling side for you, Jason? I'm not talking about the best teams. I'm not talking about as the best chance of winning the championship. I'm saying if you could only watch one half of the bracket the rest of the way for compelling basketball, you've got to show somebody this is what basketball is all about. Do you go with the West or do you go with the East?
The West.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm partial. I'm sure that's my answer, but I don't know if that's the best answer.
I don't think you're wrong.
But I'm partial to the West.
I don't think you're wrong.
I just feel like there's more teams that could possibly get through and even win the whole thing in the West. But I think the Thunder over time are going to be one of those teams that you go, you know how many legacies they cut out?
Yeah.
You know?
I think you're right. A little Stockton Malone, a little Barkley, yeah.
And there's some good players in the West that if the Thunder keep doing what they've been doing, yeah, can cut some legacies out.
In your opinion, as we go to break here, how many teams in the West do you think have a legitimate chance, like a real chance at winning the whole thing?
I think 5 could win it, but the Thunder are going to block them.
You think 5 could win it?
The whole thing?
Out of the West?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so obviously team is better than the Celtics or the Pistons or the whoever gets out.
So Thunder Spurs,
yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
Who are the and then are you saying what? Nuggets, Timberwolves, Lakers?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird. I think
and the Kings.
That's funny. I have 2 on the left and 1 on the right.
Okay.
I have the Spurs and Thunder and the Celtics. I think those and by the way, I think it's going to be the Spurs or the Thunder.
The Knicks are funny too. I think the Knicks, like in the right matchup, can beat a lot of teams.
The Knicks, I think, have the largest delta of ceiling and floor in the entire. Yeah. If the Knicks were to play the best basketball they could,
they're really good.
I think they're probably a top 3. It's just they don't.
They don't. Not consistently enough.
Got to show me something.
Yeah.
We're saying goodbye to you, are we not?
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye for now. You're off to play golfy.
Yeah, Sac State football golf tournament.
How's it going to feel? Playing golf's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, good luck. Say hello to everybody out there. Hey, thanks for the invite.
They did invite you.
I know they did. I'm joking. I had a thing.
Got an important
I do have a
thing today.
Hey, thanks for the invite, Dave.
As a matter of fact, funny you say that, Chris. Chris and I will be lunching together today.
Wow.
That's a true story.
Thanks for the invite.
That's a fact.
You did invite me.
I did invite you. What's on deck?
I like that all of my great things are from people saying, I can't go.
That's not true. What's on deck brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. And then, oh, God, you won't be here for the crosstalk.
Hey, good luck. Put a helmet on.
Hold up right after this.
What?
Fernando Mendoza is officially a Raider. Under mentors like Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady, will the former Indiana star shine in Clint Kubiak's West Coast offense? How close are the silver and black to keeping pace in the AFC West? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd. To the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Breaking news for your home. Wayday is here. It's Wayfair's big sale, where you can score the best deals in home, like up to 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. You won't find better deals for your home anywhere else. We're talking furniture, decor, rugs, and more, all at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. So don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Wayday now through April 27th to score the best deals in home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Spring is in the air, and Alev's long-lasting pain relief is here to keep you moving. The days are longer and the flowers are blooming. Whether it's gardening, yard work, or just spending more time outdoors, spring is a way of getting us moving despite any body pain. That's where Aleve can keep you going. With just 1 dose, Aleve gives you long-lasting body pain relief for up to 12 hours. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
When it's playoff basketball, you got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices. As a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
All righty. I'll carry it the rest of the way. And Matt and Kayla coming in for celebrity birthdays and a little crosstalk in a few minutes. Chris and I, we're used to this, Chris. Did this all last week, as a matter of fact. Big night in the NBA. 3 games starting at 5 p.m. Pistons visit the Magic with the Magic leading the series 2-1. Detroit favored by 3.5 in this one. OKC favored by double digits to close it out versus the Suns. That is in the Valley of the Sun tonight. And I think it's safe to say the marquee matchup here. No Anthony Edwards. No Dante DiVincenzo, and DiVincenzo's out for the year. Edwards will miss at least this series. Didn't matter in the last game, but now they go back to Denver. 3-1, Minnesota lead. 7:30. And may I just say, and I say this often, but not often enough, I am so glad to be on the West Coast. Shout out to every single east of the Mississippi, Eastern time zone morning show host out there that's looking at a 10:30 start for Timberwolves Nuggets. Which means that if you were to stay up and watch the whole thing, yeah. You're yeah, you're basically screwed the next day. Checking, let me see. I haven't looked a lot at the chats today, by the way, before we get to the rest of everything. Yeah. Nope. Hello, everybody. Other than MC just snarking his way through the chat at me. Denny Avdia was beyond awful for a long time in D.C. before his last year there. Buy low on Sachet. He should cost nothing. Was Denny beyond awful? No, I mean, honestly, maybe they're right. I don't remember that. I remember very much wanting and being very public about wanting Denny Avdia on the Sacramento Kings when it looked like they were going to trade. They were going to trade him. Let's see. Let's look at Denny, who's obviously been fantastic. His last year in D.C., 14.7 points, 7.2 boards, 4 assists, half a block, and a steal on splits of 50, 37, 74 at 20. I disagree with that. 22 years old. Denny Avdia, if you look at his numbers in Washington, this is the point I made when I wanted the Kings to get him. When you looked at his numbers, he is now in his 6th season. He's 25 years old. He came into the league at 18-19. He was the 9th pick to Washington in 2020. When you look at his numbers, they basically all went up every single season in Washington. You could tell that this kid was an emerging star. Obviously, he's gone up from his last year in Washington a full 10 points per game from 14 to 24, and he's improved otherwise, other than his rebounds going slightly down, but I think that's part of him playing with a decent rebounding team. His assists have gone up by quite a bit. I disagree with that. I think if you watched Denny Avdia, you saw that this was a kid that was on the rise. And remember, you also have to, it's like the Scoot Henderson corollary, and we'll see. I'm not saying Scoot's going to be Denny Avdia, but same team. I'm just easy pickings here. When you look at Scoot Henderson, he has not had the most crazy career. But you have to look that even though his numbers have been effectively the same for 3 years, pretty close for all 3 years of his in the league for a number 3 pick, but also he's just 22. He's just 22 years old, which is why when teams have an overperforming, and this isn't a Max Reynaud crack, by the way. I know some people will take that. Hey, do me a favor, would you? Can you knock MC out of the chat, please? I think I'm done with him. Sorry, buddy. I think when it's not the same as in football. I know it's the Sam Darnold corollary. But I think when you've got a player that's that young, it's really, really difficult to judge him that early. A lot of it's just lifestyle. But also when you have a player come in that's an older rookie and they do quite well, and again, this isn't a Reynaud thing, I think it makes it a lot more difficult because they come in a lot of times as full-grown men. It's a little bit different, and sometimes you have to allow, just like for younger players, You have to allow for a little bit of a squish there for them to get older and develop. I think for old, and by older player, I mean 23, 24, 25 when they come into the league. I think you got to allow for that too. Again, a little bit of a squish. The A's and Giants are both off. They both start their series tomorrow. The A's host the Royals, and the Giants host the Phillies. Big series. Now, I mean, I know we're very early. I'm still trying to figure out if the A's are for real. And yes, they're obviously, real. They're not a fake team. But here we are. We're a month into the season plus. The A's have played 28 games. They're in first place. Are they in the strongest division? I don't know. I actually think the AL West is underperforming right now. I think there's at least 3 quality teams in that division, maybe 4. And the Angels are having a, better than normal start, even though they've lost 3 in a row. The Mariners are finally getting hot. I actually think they're the best team in that division. But we said it before the season started. If the A's can get pitching, if they can just get some pitching, and when you look at the A's versus the Rangers, their pitchers had 2 one-run games out of the 3. They gave up a total of 6 runs in a 3-game series against first place or tied for first place Texas. Simple math tells me that's 2 runs a game. They gave up, 11 runs to the Mariners in 3 games. So that's under 4. I don't know what the hell they were doing against the White Sox. But they had a 1-0 win against the Mets, another 2-1 win against the Rangers, a 4-0, actually 2-1-0 wins. Jesus, that's right. Go back to that. A 1-0 win over the Mets, a 1-0 win over the Yankees, a 4-0 win over the Mets. So I think if you'd have said at the beginning, of the season that the A's would have this type of stuff going on, interesting. Honestly, interesting. And good for them because that offense is there, man. That offense is there. We talked to you earlier about the coolest thing, at least in my opinion, we saw in sports over the weekend. Matt Fitzpatrick and his brother Alex winning the Zurich. Even if you're not a golf fan, I would hope you'd have to appreciate the fact that Alex Fitzpatrick now has his tour card. And he did it because his older brother, who's the hottest golfer on tour right now, got him out of a bunker shot to get a birdie. And he had a 1-foot putt to win the whole stinking thing. And by the way, when I say he had a 1-foot putt, I'm referring to the younger brother, Alex. So not only does he get his tour card, not only did they win the whole thing, not only did he go from, I think, $200,000 or $300,000 lifetime earnings to like $1.2 million from this alone, just his share, but he got to make the final putt, the 1-foot putt, and experience what it's like to win a PGA Tour event.
A day the Fitzpatrick family will never forget.
And he also speared himself in the crotch with his putt or two on the celebration. Check that out on the video. We'll take a break. When we come back, Crosstalk with Matt and Kayla, celebrity birthdays. We wrap up the program. They take it all the way till 2 p.m. We'll do that next.
After trading out of the first round, the 49ers finally got on the board, selecting Ole Miss wide receiver Dejon Stribling. With another weapon around Brock Purdy, have John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan put together a Super Bowl caliber offense. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Buckle up, racing superfans. This Sunday at 1 p.m., the Esquire IMAX Theater is showing F1 racing live for the first time. Come experience Formula One racing like never before on the Esquire IMAX's 6-story screen with full power surround sound. Feel the engines pulse through your skin as if you're right there on the track. Get your F1 Live tickets for this Sunday at 1 p.m. and experience racing like you never have before at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
If you're serious about getting better at golf, start with the fit. At Hagen Oaks, everything begins with Total Game Fitting. The TrackMan Player Performance Studio analyzes your swing to match you with the right clubs. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball for your game. The Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio helps you roll it true. And with FootJoy's 3D foot scanner, you'll walk the course in shoes that actually fit. From driver to putter and even what's on your feet, Hagen Oaks fits every part of your game. Total Game Fitting, only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
Spring is here, and warmer days are right around the corner. Before the heat hits, call Brower Mechanical. Right now, when you purchase a new high-efficiency AC system, you can choose a water heater or a whole house fan for just $1. Or get your AC professionally tuned up for just $89. Don't wait until your system breaks down during the heat. Brower Mechanical, where quality meets comfort. 916-352-3113. Residential and commercial HVAC sales and service. License number 1081055. It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
No, once again.
That's crazy.
6
nuts
straight.
That's crazy.
6
Whatever,
straight.
Jason. Whatever, man.
I'm starting to, I don't know about you guys, I'm starting to take it a little personally.
You are.
You guys should take it more personally than I do. That's a good point.
Dipped out for the one segment with us. He was with you for 3 hours, 45 minutes.
As he has now 6 straight times.
That's crazy. And we were talking about, we were like, oh, thank God Jason's back, so we'll have the...
Wow, why'd you say that?
Well, because he said, Matt, or Kayla and Dave have been at each other's throat.
You think Kayla and I, apparently, I can.
No,
can't. She answered the question.
But I don't think.
Well, I could hear him
through the speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having IFB issues.
Oh, good.
So.
Good.
Yeah.
Why not?
You could hear him.
I heard him.
I heard him perfectly.
I heard him through the
Monday.
Grapevine.
Yes. Oh, I loved the what were they? California Raisins.
Yeah.
I freaking loved them.
Through the grapevine, raising the California sunshine.
Yeah. They were good. They were
No,
very
before
good.
your time.
They were good performers.
Your thoughts on raisins?
Chocolate covered raisins, all about. Raisins, hell no.
That doesn't count.
Raisins and cereal?
Yes, Raisin Bran.
Okay.
Had that this morning.
I like Raisin Bran.
I had that this morning.
What's going on?
He said give him a thumbs up if you could hear him.
He's calling you all sorts of things.
Well, I can hear him through the speakers.
Which scares me because I'm worried that because Chris likes to say fun things that it'll come through the regular microphone.
Yep.
Today at 4 p.m., the Rookie of the Year will be announced. Your finalists, VJ Edgecombe.
Come on, Max.
Cooper Flagg. Con Knipples.
What the hell? Where's Max?
I don't know, probably in France, hanging out on the Riviera.
Bergère.
Who wins? It's Cooper Flagg, right?
It's Con. Give me
You think
Con.
Knippel will win? I think Flagg wins, but I think this will be one of those like SGA Jokic MVP races where you can make a case for both.
Well, what I didn't understand was like, Cooper got it back. He scored 50. Cooper got it back. Okay, so one game he got it back with Con Knippel, who is the catalyst behind turning around the Hornets' entire season.
I mean,
He really did, though. And I think he kind of even helped LaMelo out in terms of, like, LaMelo maybe taking basketball a little more serious.
Well, I would like for him to drive better. And I'm not talking about on the floor either. Yeah, now you can do that with a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram up in Woodland. Search, select, and save HobletDodge.com. How was the weekend, kids?
Great.
Yeah.
Busy.
Highlights, lowlights.
A lot going on. Michael Jackson. I watched the movie.
We're starting the show with you. Don't spoil it.
No.
We're starting the show with it.
Can I ask any? Well, okay.
Yes, okay,
I'm a big fan of Save It for the Air. I don't want to go against that.
That's how we're starting.
Can I just ask? I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson's music. Okay, should I see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you okay? And I think this is a fair question because I could say the same thing about myself. Are you biased because you were going to love it pretty much unless it was a piece of garbage?
No, because I do believe like part of my brain is like musically, like I just grew up with knowing music, different types of music. I love music, so I'm also a little bit particular when I see certain movies that involve music because sometimes they just let you down and it's kind of hokey.
Mm-hmm.
But this was not. And I literally felt like I was in a concert half the time. But to know that the nephew
it's Jermaine's kid, isn't it?
Jafar Jackson.
Yeah.
And he is brilliant.
Yeah, okay.
And it's his first ever acting role.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Here's a good question. How did it stack up?
Did you hear?
Yes.
How?
But through the speakers.
How did it stack up with the other music-based movies like Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man?
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody is terrible.
Okay, Chris doesn't like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody is terrible.
It is. I think it just goes.
Oscar, it's fine.
I think it based on how
everything.
much you like that artist and like how.
But for you, how did it stack up to those other movies?
Well, I think
was it better because you love Michael, or was it a better movie?
Yeah, because I'm not watching the Bob Dylan one from last year. I don't care how good
There's
the movie is.
There's a Bob Dylan one?
Yeah, there is.
I don't care.
There is.
Yeah.
I think it's with that.
Yeah,
with Kylie Jenner's boyfriend. What is Timothy Chalamet or whatever?
Devin Booker? Oh.
Devin Booker. That was like four boyfriends
Which
ago.
one?
It might partly be, though. I am probably a little biased because I love Michael Jackson's music. Always have. My mom listened to it when she was pregnant, so that's probably
all right. And I'm putting you on the spot here, and it doesn't have to be right, and it doesn't have to be in order.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think. Give me your top 4, your Mount Rushmore Michael Jackson songs.
Oh, goodness.
No, I know. And it doesn't have to be right.
Billie Jean.
Okay.
No, it has to be right. It has to be right.
Now, I do like Pretty Young Thing. It's a little bit more of a throwback.
PYT.
But that is a gem.
You know that one.
I know all of
that
Michael's
off of a thing released in 83 or whatever the hell.
Gotta do
I love
Thriller.
Michael's music.
Thriller.
I would say, Man in the Mirror.
Okay. Classic.
Yep.
Okay.
How many is Mount Rushmore? 4 or 5?
That's 4. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, all those.
Nothing from the Dangerous album.
Name some again from the Dangerous album, Chris.
In the Closet. Dangerous. Black or White.
Black or White is good. I do like that one.
Jam.
No Love for the Way You Make Me
too.
Feel. That's one of my favorites.
I like that one too.
What about?
I just like all of his
what's the one I like with Paul McCartney? Oh, there's 2. The Girl Is Mine.
Oh, I like
That's
that
not
one.
Dangerous.
No, I'm just saying.
The one with Eddie Murphy and Jake Johnson, the video. What's that? Oh, Remember the Times.
Oh my God.
I think I have.
Did you say Jake Johnson?
No.
Okay.
I think Dangerous is his best album.
I think you're high.
He's laughing.
I heard it through the
He's high, dude.
Oh, I actually like right when he had his first album after Jackson 5. Like
Off the
first,
Wall.
Yep.
Don't stop till you get enough. Mama singing, mama song, mama kusa.
Yeah,
song.
I believe you had to pay out a settlement for that song from stealing that line from somebody else. Look it up. I think I remember reading that. Where are you on? See, I like all of that, but also like I tend to go towards his more. I don't even know how you describe it, but like "Will You Be There" from the Free Willy soundtrack.
Oh,
love that song.
Yeah.
Like 9 octave changes. Earth Song, I think, is his most vocally challenging song.
Look at Dave.
Think about if you go watch Earth Song, watch the video, and you just watch the last 2 minutes of that and his singing in that. If you watch a live version, he's freaking screaming it. It's at the top of his register, and he's flawless.
It's incredible, and that's what the movie only highlights. People are discussing the aftermath of
We're doing the whole thing.
I know. Why isn't there a second
Damn it!
one? I think there will
Kayla
be.
and I have made up through our bond of Michael Jackson.
I was
All right, we'll get right into the NFL draft then.
But one more thing. There's one thing I learned. We'll have plenty to know.
Will we?
I have plenty more to talk about. There's one thing I learned in there. There's little things you learn, and that's why I enjoyed it too. One thing I learned in there from the Bad video.
Yeah.
Remember the Bad video, which is
Celebrity Birthdays,
so
by the
cool.
way, brought to you by Carmichael Cookies.
He brought together like Bloods and Crips, and because it was when the
Was
gang
that bad?
violence
Or it
started.
wasn't Beat It?
Beat It.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay,
I'm
gotcha.
so sorry.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was Beat It, and he brought them together,
Yeah.
and like because it was bad
Yep.
gang violence at the time,
Yep.
and he brought them to the studio in the middle of Compton, and like shot the video with a whole bunch of them there, just to like bond over music.
Did they cover him paying off the government and the gang leaders in Brazil and the favela?
They don't really care about us.
Yeah, for the video of that.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know
a
that.
crazy story, too, and people freaked out like in a great way.
And just a little spoiler alert.
Oh, God, here we go.
He dies at the end.
You know what? I hope you die at the end of the show. Also, no, not really. We have to do lunch. I don't think gang members ever fought like that with the knives while their arms were tied together.
How many
gang fights have I seen?
Yeah.
A lot.
How many gang fights have you been in?
How many times have you been to South Central Carmichael? Yeah, exactly.
Have you been to a gang class? I have.
A gang class.
What?
Yeah, I had to go to gang classes in fifth grade.
That's never mind. That's the first segment.
Also, Matt, did
Yeah.
you know, we'll move on to celebrity birthdays. Do you know the world famous guitarist that did the solo on Beat It that was not credited?
Who is that?
Slash.
You're a little early.
That's a good guess.
You're a little early. I mean, the most famous guitarist probably of the 80s of any rock band.
Prince?
Nope.
Oh.
Actually, I would argue in the 80s, probably definitely more famous for his guitar playing than Prince.
Has there been a Prince movie yet?
He's no longer with us.
It's called
Purple Rain.
It's an actual movie?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
oops.
an actual movie. Eddie Van Halen.
Are you serious?
Eddie Van Halen, and he was not credited. He was just doing it between albums, and he was asked, and he did it. Did not get credited.
I didn't
for
know
it.
that was Eddie Van Halen.
Celebrity birthdays.
All right.
Brought to you by Crumble Cookies.
On this date, in what year did the film Avengers Infinity War come out?
Oh,
Look at Matt
Infinity
knows
War.
this one. I was like, yeah.
2017.
Infinity War. I think it was a little bit later than that. I would say 2019.
2018.
We do have a correct answer.
Thank you.
And it goes to Kayla.
Oh.
Thank you.
2018.
My wife asked if you and I were really fighting, by the way.
Oh, she did?
Is that real? I was like, I don't think so.
Should we talk about hot sauces again?
No.
Happy birthday today to Herm Edwards.
Play to win the game. God, I hate that quote.
Play to win the
I
game.
hate that quote.
Yeah, you play to lose to get better draft picks.
You play to win a championship. Herman's Hermits.
Herman Edward Munson.
68.
71.
70.
We don't have a correct answer,
This
but
is 69.
Matt is close as he is 72.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday today to Lizzo.
Oh.
43.
No way she's in her
I think
40s.
she's 30.
Okay.
30?
What?
Wow, that's a big gap. I'll go 36. Why did you
God,
smile?
old, guys.
Why did you smile?
What was your guess again, Matt?
36.
And what was your guess, Dave?
43.
Matt is closer. She is 38.
Yeah.
She is?
Happy birthday today to Arch Manning.
Oh, God. I've heard enough about him over the
Arch
last 2 years.
is 20.
21.
He's 20.
We do not have a correct answer. Matt
22?
is closest. He is 22 years
Well,
old.
Really?
he's
today.
over the hill. Don't draft him next year.
My goodness.
He's already old quarterback.
And
He's
finally,
too young for
happy
honors.
birthday today to Corey Seager.
Oh.
Is that?
Bob's son from Bob Seger's kid.
Okay.
31. Actually, I don't know if
I think you're right. 32.
33.
We have a correct answer. Carmichael Dave.
32.
Is 32
Turn
years
the
old.
page. What's coming up on the NFL draft? Michael Jackson.
Not anymore.
Matt Fitzpatrick and his brother winning the Zurich Invitational, and his little brother getting a PGA Tour